Three. Well, hello, YouTubers. Welcome to the Disc Golf Podcast. Today is the big day for our drawing, and we've been talking about these 4 discs for almost a month now, and it is time to give them away. It looks like everyone has a great chance to win. I believe we have 17 comments. So there's 4 discs, 17 comments. Odds are great.
You've got great odds of winning the disc today. Thank you for all the comments out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We're going to do another giveaway right after this, or start another one.
Random number generator to give away the discs there.
All right. Go to 17 on that because we have one more coming in.
All right.
Nice. All right, here we go for the Run the Chains. I believe that's a PA1 or 2.
I want to pick that up and show them. We can't quite show.
Without knocking all of them. There we go.
Right. Maybe our secret guest can lean back just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Run the Chains.
I'm going to switch to the middle now. Perfect.
And we got a Prodigy PA3 and 300 Spectrum plastic. All right, here we go. The big winner is...
Random number generator says 16.
16. Oh, Lisa's going to love it. She won the first disc. Awesome. The first winner would be Lisa Burkhart with the Run the Chains PA3. All right.
One. Looks like a really cool disc, though. I like the swirl.
All right.
Random number generator.
And for, let's see, how about we go with this white disc? This is let's read it because I have no idea. M Model US Bass Grip Mid-Range. Okay. It's a very pretty disc. It has some great feel to it. There it is. All right. This is going to be for the second winner. Who's the second winner, Jim?
9.
Number 9. All right. Jack Snyder.
Jack.
Not sure if I know Jack, but you were a big winner.
Yeah.
By the way, if Jack, I would suggest you leave another comment with your address, or you can look up our email on our channel. You can email me with that as well. All right.
Jack.
You win the M model.
Next.
Alright, on to the third disc. We're going to go with this really cool M3. Prodigy M3 in 400 plastic. A great die on it. I believe Julian said he dyed that himself.
Really nice.
Yep.
Random number generator says
number 8. Number 8. Dylan Treenham. Dylan, also
nice.
Leave your address or email me with your address. The email address I can give out, I don't really care, is the number 2, seekbalance@gmail.com. All right, and for the last winner
what is this green
of
thing?
the green PA,
bottom stamp?
It's a bottom Prodigy Spectrum line. Gorgeous disc, both top and bottom.
Prodigy
It is a Prodigy 500 Spectrum PA1.
It's the color of spring grass.
It is absolutely, yeah. It's a great wall hanger.
Oh, yeah. It's awfully pretty.
And the big winner is
5.
Number 5. Guess who that is? The Sasquatch Disc Golfer.
Oh no, that's gonna become a random gift somewhere else
Nice.
soon. That will be a giveaway, maybe a CTP next week at the Sasquatch, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
Come on.
Good. Maybe a CTP for that, right?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. We're just going to stack these back this way. best we can.
If you won today, get a hold of us. We'll find you out on a disc golf course somewhere.
All right. Well, that's our big winners. I'll repeat them real quick so nobody missed out. We got the first winner of the Run the Chains disc was Lisa Burkhart. I'll get in touch with you, Lisa. No need to send your address. The second disc was the M model with Jack Snyder. Third disc was the M3 with Dylan Trinum. And the fourth disc was
A random disc golf course near you somewhere.
What was that, a PA1? Yeah, that would be the Sasquatch disc golfer. Awesome. All right, well, we've done the giveaway. I'm going to announce the next giveaway real quick. I didn't bring the bag with me. I wish I had, but it is a Dynamic Discs. I don't remember the name they actually call this bag. It's one of the more basic bags. It looked like it would hold at least 18 to 20 discs. Had 2 cup holders. It's red and black, but it's a dynamic disc bag made by OGO, and it's a really sweet bag. Sturdy sides to it. That's what we're going to be giving away next. So again, we're going to ask that you leave a comment as well as subscribe, and we definitely hope that you guys keep watching our videos. We're going to keep working hard on them. We've been doing a lot of
hard. We're going to be bringing people from afar really soon.
That's the hope.
Getting the phone-in callers.
Yeah.
Video.
Working on the video chat so we can get everybody on here.
We had 4 or 5 people from afar in front of us the other day. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it should be really fun.
We do have a secret guest this evening.
We do.
You guys have been waiting. You've been entertained this entire time.
Yeah, so today we have with us Dallas Kraft. Welcome, Dallas.
Dallas.
Hey, how's it going? Good to be
It's
here.
going great, man.
Thanks for playing for us, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
That was a great intro. Thank you very much. So, normally on our podcast, we always start with, how long have you been playing?
Oh, yeah. So, I'll answer it this way. I would say that I've been playing, started playing Frisbee golf, started frothing back around probably 2007,
Okay.
2008, somewhere in there, maybe like sophomore, junior of high school. And my family always traveled, went to state parks, camped around, luckily, at least in Ohio and around here. You know, all the state parks are, we got, you know, the best disc golf courses around, you know, some of these state parks here.
Yeah.
So I grew up kind of just casually playing, didn't really, you know, had no clue what I was doing. Thought I was good because I could beat all my friends and my family, you know, had a couple discs that I found.
Yeah.
And then went to college and, you know, didn't really play there for a little while. And then in college, all my buddies were playing golf. And I just couldn't afford to play golf. It's like trying to work and go to school and be an athlete and try and play music and everything. And so I started playing Frisbee golf and got really into it there for a little while. Again, still, you know, was still just playing Frisbee golf at that point in time. Like, I had no clue what was going on. And
it was real.
yeah, and then moved around for a while. Didn't play for maybe 3 or 4 years. And when I moved back to Athens, just started playing. Went and played my first tournament, and got woken up real quick as to the world of disc golf, and went to a B tier in Versailles, Kentucky, or Versailles, Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Your
And
first tournament was a B tier?
Yeah, first tournament.
Big goals.
Yeah, I never.
Did you go intermediate?
Yeah, intermediate was the lowest division they had.
Yeah.
So, and so I played there, and the guy that I was playing with, this guy who was trying to start the OU club and a team back, and he was a doctor there. He's from like the UK in Lexington area, so he was big, you know, through prodigy, and he's like, well, you know, you can play well enough. He only saw me play ping.
Yeah.
At a high university course. He's like, you can handle, you know, this for sure. You're good.
That little tiny course.
Yeah, little tiny course, you know, pitch and putt. He's like, you'll be fine, you know. So I go there, and this course is on a golf course, like a real golf course, and it was the weekend after, like, the Hall of Fame Classic or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So a bunch of the guys who didn't make that, like Zachariah Johnson, ended up winning the tournament.
Oh, wow.
And a bunch of these guys who didn't make that drove up. He shot like 1050, 1060 back to back and was over par.
Ooh.
So I mean, this course was, there were 3 or 4 holes over 1,000 feet. There were a couple holes. It was 350, 400 to clear the water.
Jeez.
And I'm like, you know, just, it's like, all right, you can go to the drop zone and be throwing from 4.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do.
I would have done that every time.
So I shot like 7, you know, just, you know, like not very good both rounds. Got dead last by a lot.
Yeah.
And
Well, let me make you feel better real quick.
yeah.
First tournament I ever played, signed up novice,
Mm.
lost by 16 strokes to the last person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it was bad. And I was like, what are they doing that I'm not?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm doing something horribly wrong.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a couple good throws. I had a throw in. It was windy as can be down there too. I had a throw in from maybe like 120 feet,
Nice.
and I talked about it the rest of the
Yeah.
day to anyone I saw. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And funny story, actually, that was the first time that I ever met Corey and Greg Ellis,
Awesome.
and had no clue who they were, but ended up, you
Yeah.
know, just being there with them at lunch and like talking to them a bit, and then years later, you know, here we are. Today.
Right.
Yeah. So after that tournament, I drove straight back home, and just got to it. Basically, I was like, well, I don't want to ever lose like that ever again in my entire
That's what I
life.
did. I need to watch YouTube.
Yeah. And then so that's when I would say that was 2018, fall of 2018, I think.
Nice. Okay.
And maybe fall of 2017, one of those right there.
Okay.
My PDJ would tell you, I guess, for sure.
Yeah.
But basically from then on I started playing disc golf. I guess I started trying to learn, you know, and then practicing. I went to a standstill for my whole next year,
Wow.
only off the tee, at least for backhand,
Yeah.
and tried to just learn some timing.
Smart. Yeah, I try to tell people that often. A kind of a beginner Tuesday asked me, "How do you run up?" I looked at him. You don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "You walk up is what you do." You know what I mean? If you're gonna run up, it's a very slow run
Well,
up. In the beginning, you should not be running. Nice.
Yeah, 2017. Yeah, that was the first one I played. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I drove all the way
down.
down.
Let's go way
Oh, no.
down here to the bottom.
Yeah,
Hey, you got 6 points though.
I did. I think a lot of people DNF'd, and
Yeah, but you didn't even have a rating at this point
No.
in time.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine, man.
yeah, it was
It's a B tier.
It
I was
was
gonna say there's
awesome.
some high scores.
when I
all
got
those.
there, it was intimidating, man. Like I was so excited. I just got that Salient bag.
Zach
I think you
Johnson.
have that same one,
Oh, yeah.
Jim. Yeah, the garden tool bag. man.
Corey Ellis.
Yeah.
Corey got 7th place.
I get
Oh.
this thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it was that Zach Johnson shot, but he was still over par for the tournament. Whatever it says the round ratings were.
There you go.
So he averaged 1043, and he shot over par both rounds.
Jeez.
And they didn't have a tournament there the next year. Like they just had no clue what pars were supposed to be.
Right.
Wow.
They needed Ken to do the
But-
math for him.
Oh, exactly.
There is some big
Specialist.
names there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of those guys
Yeah,
came up.
Corey Ellis,
Yeah.
right there.
They,
Right.
they all came up right at, yeah. Congrats again on his first big A tier. right?
Yeah.
That was badass to see.
Wesley Horn's pretty good. He must have had a bad day there.
Yeah,
Greg,
only played
Oh, he
first
did
round.
have to.
3rd place in Masters, Greg.
Nice.
And David Cox, another Cincinnati guy. So when I first got there, I mean, I played casually, and I hadn't even played leagues or anything really, you know. So I go grab my putters and stuff, and they have this nice putting green and everything set up, and I had no clue what to do. Like there's all these pros and people around, and I'm not trying to like walk in front of people or anything. And I see this little kid with a stack, little lefty, with a stack, and ended up being Zach Arlinghouse.
Oh wow.
And just like a stack of 10 nailing 40 footers, and I didn't even warm up putt. I was just like, I'm just gonna go over here and sit, you know.
Yeah.
And I got myself real ready before and everything, but I drove all the way there. It's like 5 hours.
Wow.
Didn't really sleep the night before. Played 2 rounds. Drove all the way back, and it was just like, all right, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
big learning experience.
I
It was
bet.
fun.
Yeah, that's a big undertaking to go to a B tier first off. I went to the tiniest little tournament, you know, that had novice,
Yeah.
you know, sign ups.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, honestly. I was just like, wow, I don't even remember like any of my throws from that day. It was
Yeah.
so bad. I was just like, would forget the throw the very next
Oh
second.
yeah.
And but yeah, I did learn a lot that day. And the biggest thing I learned was that I really need to start playing with other disc golfers. I had never
sure.
really played with a real disc golfer. The guy that got me started was horrible, still horrible to this day. Matter of fact, the first time we went and played,
give up.
well, the first time he took me out to play, he just had a random bag of discs. He didn't even know what
Yeah.
half of them were. He had been given them to, you know, someone had given him a bag of their old discs,
yeah.
all flippy as heck, minus 1 or 2, you know. So then he just starts handing me this. Try this one. Try this one. Try, And we did that for like probably the first 4 rounds we ever played. The first time we played, he beat me by 17 strokes.
Oh yeah.
The last time we played, when I moved from Washington, I actually called him the week before I left. Was like, we got to play one more time to see where I'm standing.
Yeah, yeah.
I beat him by 21 strokes. That's how bad he's. He just never got better. And he doesn't care. He doesn't. He's just he goes out and has a beer and throws some discs.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of buddies who still play that way. Like some of the guys I started playing with, who still go out.
Still the same level.
Score. We just go out and just it's just a walk in the park, hang out in the woods with your buddies.
Yep.
Try and hit some holes.
It could definitely be fun. I think these days I find those rounds way more fun to me.
I play a lot better in those rounds too.
I do too.
Where there's not anything
Absolutely.
at stake, or get the.
I like I love the idea of skins, like the OTB thing where they're doing the skins where everybody's just going for it every shot. You don't care if you don't make it, somebody else is gonna push or whatever. But
well, that skins we played at Hippo whenever James Conrad was here.
Yeah,
I mean, even with that,
dude, you invited me onto your team, and I would like to thank you for that because that's one of the highlights of my life. I threw an awesome shot across the driveway. I turned around and James gave me a high five. I was like, yes.
That was
it's because you chose me to step up and throw.
Thank you. I had to we were playing against some stacked teams then, especially whenever Jared has James Conrad as his partner. But that was fun. I was super nervous. Like when he's like, "Well, you get to be a captain. You get to pick teams." I was like, "Oh, this is going to be weird." Like, the good thing there's a lot of holes.
I got to keep score, and I still have the scorecard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember finally when we got like partway through, because that was a long round.
Yeah,
that was 5
Talk about
hours.
Was it really that long?
It was 35 people playing disc golf.
Yeah. Like, that was the mobbiest mob round ever.
Oh,
like, for anyone watching who wasn't there, imagine the like crowd that you see at a tournament, but imagine all of them also alternating throwing shots and setting in. It was basically that was a lot of fun. Honestly, that was really smooth. Thanks for bringing that up. I kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was.
Hippo was a really good course for skins, though. Like where you have that many, a big scoring separator, and you have a chance for people to get 2s or 5s. It's not everyone's just parring.
I'm gonna bet the Sasquatch is a great one for skins.
Sasquatch would be fantastic.
So many holes that spread scores on that course.
Right.
Well, because something like ping or even like hocking, like places like that, where if you're playing with 4 people. 3 out of 4 are probably going to birdie most of the holes. So if someone doesn't get it, you almost have to get an ace.
Yeah.
To get the skins, which becomes a whole other type of skins in that case, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I think we're kind of really looking into doing some kind of skins match pretty soon, and kind of raising the money and stuff right now.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous and awesome all at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Hoping to have like 4 camera views as well.
Yeah.
Like maybe Jim
Well, I mean, if I'm not throwing by then, not able to play, I'll definitely come film.
You would be great at that.
Help,
that'd be sweet.
Yeah, the way the last few seasons have went for me anyway. I've kind of been super injury prone here recently.
Yeah. I got to watch this people play the Sasquatch, the Open division, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
I just filmed the entire thing. Didn't have to.
I like that
about
so
my
much. I love playing, and I've been modding my cart all to the max and getting the paint job and all that stuff because I was hurt and it was winter, so I was like, I'm ready to get back out there. But also, the last couple seasons I've got hurt, not through disc golf. I had some other injury, and I've had to just not throw, but I still go hang out. And like, I went to the MOB tournament this past weekend, just hung out and grilled out and hung out with everybody. And like, I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, that was fun. That was some good food you cooked, man. I appreciate that. I ate great that day.
But that, like, I enjoy that just about more.
Yeah.
Because I just get, I'm competitive and get set expectations for what you think you should hit, and then just get, everyone's about the same way when it comes to playing, but I enjoyed so much more just walking around, taking pictures and filming, and like,
I do too.
You get to see a different side of it,
Since I started filming, 2 things happened. One, there's no stress all day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The worst stress is, did I get that shot? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I still get to hang out with all my friends, and then get to watch them play
you get to
too.
Watch more disc golf too.
And then like turning myself into a photographer, man, or a videographer, I guess. It's so fascinating learning, the right shot, the right angle, the right, framing and all that stuff. It's so much fun and so much easier than throwing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, I'll still play some tournaments here and there.
Yeah.
Most likely they'll be just the fun ones that the
Yeah.
MOV runs, because the more competitive it gets anymore, the less fun I have, and that's all I ever wanted to do was have fun. So I'm going to do a lot of videotaping this year.
Oh yeah,
because I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, last year I got to play more than I really ever planned on it, just because of the way things happened with COVID and the way things shook down, to where we were still lucky enough to be able to play. Yeah. And once tournaments open back up, there's like the Guardian Alien crew, like we went hard, man. So like fun, and with all the tournaments we hosted, and then like we went to Music City Open in Nashville, or at the Lexington Open in Nashville, Ashland Open, and down in Nashville, and Charlotte, and like
look in front of you.
Stomped by the Hippo.
2020.
Yeah. Wow,
yeah, that was a
Lexington, Music City.
Yeah, they Lexington Open. I'll say with that was a great weekend, and a lot of things came out of there. Met this lady down there too. That was cool. The rating will hopefully go up. But that tournament, what's what I was gonna say? Like I played so much disc golf last year. I feel like, and we went to these tournaments I never would have got to, and with all my tour being canceled and like no festivals and not having as much to do, I had the open calendar, and I threw some shots that I was happy with, but I still would do the same thing every time, to where I'd miss 8 putts in a round, and drop. Excuse me, but this tournament, we went into the practice of the Jacobson course, and everyone's like, if you can get through the first 6 holes without taking a couple big numbers, you can probably win the division if you get through their par. Right. And the Open division got through there. Only a couple of them were under par, and I got through the first 6 holes, 2 down. Oh, and wow. Then, and that must have been this round here, I would say.
Ooh, that is a good round.
But Dan caddied for me, Dan Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And
cool.
He didn't let me do anything stupid.
Right.
It's like, you're 70 feet out in the woods, don't
do the smart
don't try
thing.
and make it.
Yeah.
And then when I was trying to throw something too flippy and throw rollers, like just do this. And I didn't have any bad holes. I didn't bogey a single hole until the last 2 holes, and I just didn't listen to them on the last 2.
Yeah.
But
well, I was gonna say that's something else I plan on doing some of this year is caddying, because I like to brag a little bit.
You're a good caddy.
Really good caddy.
Well, you were a good coach for me during putting leagues.
Yeah, the thing with me is that I can read people's energy, and I know how to coach them through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been doing it on my massage table for 20 years almost, so I can feel that energy change, and it's just get them back to a good energy. You know what I mean? And like with Jared, it's super easy to read his energy because he's right out there with it. Oh
yeah.
And so that is definitely something I want to look into more this year, because I kind of have a passion for that, and I have just as much fun. I used to caddy for my daughter all the time, and she used to kill it. And without me, her scores were dramatically different. I mean, we're talking 20 strokes sometimes, you know. And,
well, it's nice to sometimes having someone, like, especially when you know someone, just having somebody like, hey,
that you trust. That you have to trust them. That's key.
Like, when you play with someone enough, like, they know your bag, they know your shots, they know your strengths, but also just having, like, because you know my biggest weekend. It's just like I can
you talk yourself right out of it.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Man. I can beat.
That's all
that I can beat any.
Everyone.
Yeah, like I can beat most people I play with, and I can also lose to them by 30 strokes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
me too.
And so
absolutely. Travis Dick. I've seen Travis talk himself out.
I'm like the short distance Travis Dick, basically. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We play pretty similar. He just has an extra 150 plus feet on me. And
he's got more than that on me, I think. I don't know.
Half a wingspan or something.
Yeah.
I remember the last time that I played Cedar Lake Splash, I was on his card in advance, and it was right when the Corvettes had came out, and I bagged one for a few weeks beginning that season. And I threw the farthest shot at that time. I feel like it was on 21 or whatever the one. 21, I think that's the one coming along the river, up underneath the overpass there.
Yes, that is 21 or 22.
It's what
21.
It's the one 21. There. I met you guys there the first, second round. So I mean, Josh Allen was on the card too, so he has plenty of distance, and I got farther than him. I got through Tim or whoever else was on the card. Travis throws last. Yeah. And just throws this soft, like, one-step FD, and is like 40, 50 feet past me. And the whole walk up there, I was like, dude, that's like hyzer flip, like 400 center of the fairway. That was bombed. And then like, where's Travis? Must have won a B or something. Where's the disc? And it's just like, no, like, 2 circles in front of me basically up there, and it's like 1 step, and I was like, oh yeah, you always think that you got it, and then you're like, yeah, there's always someone better. But that helps. That's how we get better.
Yeah. I know when I was like earlier on, when I started getting some distance, like 300, 350, I couldn't tell you how many times I would walk like way past where the disc actually was, thinking like, I crushed this one, and it's like 100 feet short of where I was looking. I was like, yeah, I didn't crush that one. Wasn't even that good.
Some people have a problem with losing discs when they don't look far enough, and it like actually went farther than they threw. I feel like I'm probably the opposite. It's like I'm looking for discs, and it like just nose dove a little earlier than I was thinking.
Right. Yeah, I usually hit a tree way before I actually thought I did. Then I was like, oh, it didn't go back here for sure.
I've been pretty good about not losing discs in my career. Like as far as like just shank one and have it not get found. I've been really lucky with a lot of the courses we play regularly too. Like we have enough friends around there where that's the only way I've had discs returned, or from like people I know. But But man, I leave a lot of discs. Like I left a 15 Sexton and at Lancaster.
That's like $100 disc, isn't it?
In a tournament. Yeah. Threw it, thought it was going in, almost ace, missed it. Like not even paying attention, just like caged like a 6 or 7 footer.
Jeez.
And then went on a run of like doing that for the next 6 holes to get back over far to finish. And I just kept leaving my disc. I'd like park it and then miss the putt and get mad and just walk away. By the time I got done, I was like, oh, it's a 15 and a 17 Sexton and something else. I left something else there.
That's an expensive day. Yeah.
Well, dude, like when I realized it, I went to post on Facebook and was like, doesn't even matter. Like no one's giving me this back. Like the person that does.
Yeah.
And I will give a shout out to Corey Clark because I broke. Actually, at Flat Rocks. That happened at Eagles Nest. Sorry, next year. I was at Flat Rocks on hole 1, playing a winter doubles tournament there. Threw a forehand roller and an old double stamp, 2016.
Oh, wow.
Sexton broke, and he was on my card, and he gave me a replacement.
Oh, wow.
Just because,
That's
so,
awesome.
That's all that anyone around
threw
Columbus.
A roller and it broke in half.
Would it hit something?
3 pieces?
The ground.
Just
no,
cold,
dude. The whole rim stayed solid. I'm gonna turn it into a clock or something. I've been waiting to figure out something to do with it. But the rim was completely solid, and like just across the flight plate from rim to rim, inside, nothing. The rim broke, just completely broke. And it was a good shot. Like, when it hit,
flapper hole in the top of it. Yeah.
I didn't know until I went to pick it up and just chip up for par. And I went to pick. I just dropped to my knees. It was like I got kicked. Legs, man. You know what I mean? I just like felt it in my stomach. I was like, oh no, like because that disc actually came from Sexton had it for a while.
Oh wow!
Because it's one of the ones with a yellow stamp, and those, and he just sold one of those for like $3,500. He was talking about in that one round, and I didn't know that until Dan told me. He's like, you realize that one is one of the ones he just sold, and it's
it was double stamp.
Yeah.
Oh man!
That's crazy. I got that from an old friend of Jared's, who was visiting from California, who was like neighbors and lived right next to whenever Greg Barsby still lived up in Grass Valley.
Nice.
In California, he lived near him, and he came down and was playing. This is when the course at his house was just getting started, and he had his whole bag was like old KC rocks.
Oh wow!
And old Firebirds, and he just let me have. I was like, pick whichever one you want. And I grabbed one out of there. Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, that is sweet.
Good disc.
Friend of a friend.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take a break real quick.
Yeah.
Dallas, pick up your guitar, man. Tell me about your music. I'll just sit with you on the camera and talk for a while. The Disc Golf Collective. Do you know what the Disc Golf Collective is, Dallas?
I do not, actually.
It's a bunch of us people that pick up sticks all the time and maybe pick up trash and just, you know the guy. There's always a guy at the course.
Every course has that guy.
It's that guy. That's what the Disc Golf Collective is.
You are definitely...
It's an unwritten rule, right?
You are that guy for
the
majority of the places.
I float around. I like to pick up trash. I like to keep it nice. I like to make it a special place. Because it is that. I love disc golf. It's become a big part of my life.
I agree there. It gets appreciated too. Right. If it doesn't get spoken of, I know. I will say too that you are one of the best disc finders.
Yeah, man.
That I've ever known either. It's like every time, and it's always when like every 4 of us looking, everyone's like, I'm done.
Jim comes out of the bush.
I'm done, and as soon as everyone gives up, you always come out usually with a disc in hand or a disc and another disc that's lost there previously.
And I return that stuff too, man. I love listening to your music.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Most of all the things that you put online, I've listened to.
We're finally getting tomorrow. Actually, is my first show back. It'll be the first show in
So,
I don't really know how long. Yeah. Tomorrow, 6 Cents Brewing Company. That's Friday. It'll be April 2nd, in Jackson, Ohio, and yeah, it should be a good time. We start at 8. Probably play here and there until 11 or so, and see how it goes. Depending on the weather, we might hang out outside. We'll see. Haven't really honestly checked if it's cold as it was today, and maybe yesterday. I ain't playing outside, that's for sure. My hands ain't gonna handle it, but I'm excited to get back. It's been weird. It's the longest. I mean, like 3 months in, it was the longest I went without playing a show since I was like 13 or 14, realistically. Oh, wow. And so now it's just like, I don't, you know.
How often do you play?
Normally, I mean, that's been my full-time job since like 2012.
Oh, wow.
Primarily, I mean, I've done little other things, or music has been primarily. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So it kind of just depends on what time of the year it is. In the summer, that's pretty much it. We do tour, and then as many festivals and shows, and then some little other things here and there, weddings. Try to get away from the shows and stuff like that. There's friends owe favors, and I'll always be glad to play some music and share.
So like, what do you play? Like weddings and all that stuff?
I used to do a lot more of that, like when I was still like
kind of newer,
doing that grind and like trying to do that full time.
Yeah.
But now it's I mean, right now I'll do whatever. You know what I mean? Like I haven't played. I'll say we as like the music community in general. Like no one's done anything for a whole year to where it's like, you want to
imagine. Yeah.
People,
I miss festivals.
People
like
want
I
someone
can't
to come cook for them and serenade them for dinner. It's like DallasCraftMusic.com. You can just go ahead and buy it out right there, get your ticket. But
awesome.
Yeah. We're playing a tour right now. I've got a bunch of stuff booked and some small festivals. We're waiting to see what else comes around right now, and we'll plan out most of summer and fall, and then kind of see where it goes from there. I'll be moving again then, so we'll see whether I'm going to stick around.
What's your next event?
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night, and then off the top of my head, I don't remember what comes up after that. I'll be in Chillicothe, and then I'll be heading back to Nashville for a little while, and then I'll be down in Kentucky, be Lexington, Louisville, around there, places, and
I actually grew up in Nashville. I was born there. Yeah. Definitely lots of good music there. Yeah.
I've been working down there quite a bit, and especially like whenever everything kind of shut down, it's like my work changed kind of. I've had weird work, I guess, in general. I haven't had the standard 9-to-5 type of life ever, really. It's always been a little more freelance stuff, but I went from like having 3 kind of 4 jobs to nothing. So then it was like, all right, well, let's figure out how to now do something. Yeah. And so it's been weird.
Well, you see what quarantine did to me.
Hey, dude, I get it, man.
Yeah,
I went into a bunch of different hobbies. I bought a smoker from last year, like as soon as quarantine started, and that's.
Is that what you cook? What'd you cook on this week?
Yeah, that was. I got this mini
grill.
one. It's a Green Mountain Grill.
Okay.
They've been making for 50, 60, 70 years
up
in Minnesota.
Grill,
but that thing is
sweet.
Yeah, I got a small one too because I wanted to get something that's portable. And you can that one can run off 12-volt, like run off car battery if you want, and set it right on. They show pictures of you setting them on the tailgate of a truck. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I want to put a grill and a smoker in the bed of my truck that close to a gas tank or something, it seems a little sketch. But
right.
But yeah, it's nice. It's portable. I can carry it myself. I mean, even hobbling around there like I was, I could pick that thing up, toss it around. So yeah, that's the other hobbies took over. They would say like the position that we're in with this, like, well, if you don't get to do something forever or whatever, you'll like see how much you want it or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for a little bit of the normalcy to come back and for shows and start to feel a little more me again,
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Hell yeah.
Well, how do you feel about playing us a song?
Yeah, we do one, man.
Awesome.
tune this puppy a tad bit real quick. Yeah, so I guess the one good thing about all this off time too is, man, we've written so much new stuff. Like we got like 3 albums of new stuff. So yeah, we're gonna
awesome.
we'll play here some.
Who's the girl that you play with sometimes?
Oh, her name's Winter Wilson. And we're working on an album together too. We're actually doing like a couple small. We were just talking about that earlier today. It's not really not a full tour. We're not like cross country tour together or anything like that. But we're gonna do some like East Coast and Midwest, and then we're gonna meet up for a set of Colorado shows, and then some other stuff.
That was
like
the
LA
last
shows
like online thing that I saw where
yeah.
you two singing in a bathroom.
Yeah, we've been writing a bunch of stuff together and kind of sending stuff back and forth. She's
That's
over
awesome.
in Yale or at Yale right now for grad school, so she'll be back. She's in Athens, local. Nice. So yeah, this is one called I don't remember. I'll think of it in a second. But yeah, it's a new one. It goes like this. Wake up reading through the paper, double checking for my name, just for reassurance I'm alive. Check my pulse, it stops beating anytime I try to count the time. I swore I quit it, it's been a minute since I even had the will to fight. So just admit it, that this is finished. It isn't worth the energy to lie. Wish I was back at 15 and just dreaming of all the places future me be seeing. Now the weekends last 4 seasons. I'm the picture perfect poster child for demons. Haven't made my bed since someone forced me to. Even then I'd still put up a fight. Now all the candy wrappers I keep hidden in the couch been traded out for packs of Marlboro Lights. So we can't pretend we're kids again. Damn it, if we could, it would be nice. We're still reaching for a reading. Oh, there isn't one, most always half the time. Wish I was back at 15 and just dreaming of all the places future me be seeing. Now the weekends last 4 seasons. I'm the picture perfect poster child. Why do damaged goods always taste so good? Why are worn books best for reading? Why are all these broken promises the ones that I tried keeping? Why is every waking hour I spent one wish and I was sleeping? Just a picture perfect poster child. I'm your picture perfect poster child. Picture perfect poster child for demons.
Man,
Yeah.
for sure. Man, I
That
love
was
the words of that,
craft.
dude. That was a great song.
Hey, thank you, man.
Very
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, man, about to be 30, you know?
Yeah.
Man, getting old now. So.
Yeah.
Contemplative, right?
I love
Deep.
it, dude. That was deep. That was a good one.
I tell you, it's, I don't know,
That's
funny.
what, taking a year off and
Poster
just,
child for demons, dude.
Right?
That's deep.
Yeah, man, like, I don't know when it changed or what changed. I guess it was probably around the time I broke my hand, really. When I like, started with therapy and stuff, and, like, my therapist was like, hey, just write this stuff down, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then 2 years later, a year and a half, however long it's been now, it's like, I don't know if I've written a happy song or like something like that in a year and a half. It's like, man, I've got a lot of stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, had some very good therapy sessions with the guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
awesome, man. Well, you know, like, they always make jokes about, like, I'm forgetting her name. I can't believe it. Adele. You know, she can't write a happy song. You know, she has her best albums when she gets, you know, left behind or whatever.
That's kind of like everything I started writing became very, like contemplative and introspective, I guess. But it was more so like, I don't know. I've written stuff my entire life. Like, always written music, I guess. And but just as a fan of music, it's like I write songs I want to hear. Yeah. And, like, the song's in my head, and I want to hear it all day anyway. I might as well write words to it. You know? And that's kind of like. I don't know how, like, most of the songs always come out. It's like, man, I want to hear a song that sounds like this. And it's like, what's right?
I love singer-songwriters, and
me too.
I like your stories and your...
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It's a great sound.
It really is.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
You sound amazing in the studio.
I've been playing all your music back to my wife and children, and they like it as well.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. I'm glad to hear it. I've been playing all these crazy, weird tunings now too, man. Like, so
I hear that.
Yeah, I never let myself do it. Like, when I was younger, I think everyone always said just not to play them, because if you start learning that way, it'd be like putting on a triple-sized basket at first or something. You know what I mean? Like, you want to learn the basics versus having, like, tunings help you and cater to, like, you know, what you're doing, kind of. But man, you can make some cool sounds with them that way, though. But we're trying to get this thing back up to normal here. Yeah, we can. I'll play another one here. Play here in a minute or two. We
disc golf.
Music. We can
shoot
some disc golf for a minute.
Music.
It's gonna take a minute to get this thing back to some good tuning. But yeah, man. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah. That's a nice guitar, by the way.
Thank you. I actually
it's gorgeous.
I've played nylon string acoustics for the last since 2011, and during quarantine, I don't know. I just like, and I never planned on changing. I mean, I play electrics too, playing with the band, and like, you know, but playing with myself, I just always played those, or have for the last decade basically. And then I don't know. It was right before New Year's. I was just like, man, I want a new guitar, and I went to Guitar Center, and went to a few different places, and you know, played around, and finally ended up walking out there with this one. And I think I'm about to buy at least one more of this exact one, and then so I can just have an arsenal of the different tunings I want. So I just
grab
set it back down. Yeah, grab it, go.
Yeah, that thing's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, then I just wrote this one this morning.
Okay, awesome.
That's even.
Yeah, we love that. Fresh music.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, things get on your mind.
I like it.
Do you happen to know what your best rated round ever was?
Yeah, it was over 1,000 for a day and a half.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, and it dropped like 997 or something. I was mad as hell, dude. It was at Hocking, and
awesome.
Actually, here I'll throw some blame shade here. I shot the first round real bad. Like, I don't remember exactly what I shot the first round, but that's our local course. I mean, I've shot 13, 14 there, you know.
Oh wow.
And so I come out second round, and my plan was just to not suck. Basically, it was just like, let's just try and get back. And dude, like 3 tournaments in a row there, I didn't shoot under par. I've never had a round there outside of a tournament over par my entire life.
Oh wow!
And I shot like the first tournament I ever played there. I shot 9 birdies, 9 bogeys first round, and then 18 pars the second round. Like,
What?
yeah, where like
Same
I had
score.
to have missed like 6-footers and then made 86 footers
Right.
in order to three all of those holes on that course. You know what I mean?
Well, a couple of those holes are only 80 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, but then that round I shot like maybe I don't know, maybe I ended at 12 for the tournament, and I shot 10 down the second round or something.
Oh wow!
And which AK like Kleiman shot 15 the first round or something in open. And I missed. I only had one bad hole that round, and I missed a putt. Jared aced downhill 14, the big downhill over the valley,
Yeah.
and I missed. Just like I missed as he was like after he was acing, and like I allowed that. So I was like, all right, I'm blaming it on this. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you aced and distracted me, so that cost me a stroke. I ended up tying Joel Yacht, who built the Whispering Caves course, and
Yeah.
Lancaster guy runs everything on Forked Run Broken there now, and
Awesome job.
yeah, great
Shout out
job on
to-
those T
to
signs, man.
Joel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome to finally have those now.
Yeah.
Those courses have been needing them.
It's the most amazing place. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone should go play Baroque.
Yep.
Yeah, it's only gonna keep getting better too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Fork and Run, it's going to have the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Soon.
They have the
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
already.
yeah. The
They're
T
up.
signs are out. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're out there. Yeah.
Again,
They
that's
just gotta get 'em-
beautiful.
they gotta
Scott
get 'em
Van
poured in
Meter design
concrete.
with
Yeah, that's
somebody
my
to
understanding.
finish it.
They really need some concrete around them.
Yeah.
Something to stable them up.
Yeah, I'm tying Joel. We didn't know we had tied or anything. I thought I won. I'm like, got my sandals on and everything, sitting there hanging out, celebrating my
Oh,
victory,
no.
you know. Find out
Yeah.
we tied. Me and him were cool. They were like, because he was done too. He's like, I already ate a sandwich. Like, we know we've been
Yeah.
chilling, you know. And we're like, you want to just call it a draw, dude? Like, we'll split the win.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Julian's like, sanctioned tournament, you can't do it. So we go to hole 1, and he tees off. I'm like, you tee off first, I don't care. And he throws like a soft tee bird at hole 1 and puts it like, I don't know, like a foot away from the pin.
Oh
And I was just
wow.
like, dude, I'm really not trying to play 4 or 5 holes. Like, I plan
Yeah.
to winning or losing this right now. So I just went big hyzer over the trees and ran it.
Yeah.
And ended up like coming out of the woods and just a weird putt. Should have still probably made the putt and pushed it more, but I didn't. He got me there for the playoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 997 or 9.
I tried to do
995, something like that maybe.
this past weekend. I tied for first, and so I tried to do the whole, "Hey man, we should just Rochambeau."
Yeah, man.
But I made the mistake after I said that. I was like, because I'm way better at
What was
that than disc golf.
That Julian's tournament.
What year are you looking for?
It would have been down Hocking College Open powered by Prodigy.
Yeah.
Dallas Craft, Joel Yoke.
Yeah, so I shot 8 and no,
Ooh,
okay, so 993 is what it dropped
wow.
to, yeah.
That's a great.
Maybe it was
row.
at 1003s where it started or something like that, and then it dropped. But
I
man,
hate
it was
when
like
they drop them.
they dropped a lot too. But it was
Yeah.
like AK shot that 15 down the first round, and then like no one else shot. Everyone else shot better the first round, which is weird because it's always wet and weird there in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
afternoon's better
How was
that
I
day.
not there? How am I not 2000
Were you there for Julian's
What
tournament?
year is that?
Hocking College?
Oh, that was.
It was in the
Julian's,
like
that's
the very
right.
end of summer.
Yeah. I want to
That's
say.
the first course
I
I
think
ever
Justin
played.
went
That's
to that
what
one.
got me hooked on disc golf was Hocking College.
That helped
At
get
the
me
Nelsonville
hooked.
Music
Yeah.
Festival. I went and played at the festival and got hooked that day.
Yeah.
I saw Dan the first day I ever played disc golf. I ran into Dan.
Yeah.
And then the next year I saw him again, and I'm like, I'm still playing disc golf.
No kidding. I got really lucky in that Forked Run was like, and I was so happy the first time I met Scott because I had seen his initials and seen his name on all the tee pads and everything. So I was like,
Yeah.
I want to meet this guy, you know.
All right.
And yeah, like my grandparents and everyone would go camping there, so I would just go there and I'd go, you know, go to the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
Just play disc golf and go like just run around and family's happy because I was hanging out with them. I get to hang out with everybody, and then I also just got to go like just explore and like you know be contemplative, not at the guitar. Just hang out in the woods, man.
Yeah.
I got to swim in the lake at Forked Run this summer a couple
I did.
of times.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
yeah, we got to swim there
Guys
with
were all
you,
there,
yeah.
man. That
So
was
much fun.
magical.
It
Yeah, that-
was.
That's an incredible place.
I hope that we can
Yes.
eventually get that tree out
Yeah.
on 15
Mhm.
there because that's my favorite pin location maybe in all of Ohio.
Yeah.
My favorite swimming hole.
It's definitely my favorite. Yeah,
Oh, is
definitely
there
my
a
favorite.
tree
swimming
down
hole.
on 15?
It's right by
You know
the
the
basket.
the basket.
It's like hanging over top
It's
of the
been down for
basket.
like a year and a
But
half,
it's the
a
one
year or
that,
something.
the basket that's like
the one that's
all
in the
way
rock.
down by the river. By
15,
that
like-
one fell.
Dude, the tree.
that was hanging.
Yeah,
over
it was
the
hanging and
basket.
it broke, and now
It
it's
was
still
hold-
leaning, and they just haven't. They need to get like a massive like
And
4
it
to
was
1 or
it
5
was
to 1
what was
big.
holding the hillside up as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, great.
So you know how
So
now
it's
it's
gonna
like
wash out now.
yeah, now it's like on the
The basket was
edge
above
of the
it.
hill going into the
Yeah.
woods, past the cornhole boards and everything.
Right, right.
It was like down the hill.
I
by the
love
lake
that
and
down the
rock,
hill. Yeah.
But that big giant tree that sat below the basket has
Yeah.
fallen, and
And
the whole
it's like
hillside
catty
is
corner.
gonna go.
The tree's still standing. It's crazy. It like broke and fell. It's
Yeah.
like
Nasty.
that's why they
I
didn't
haven't
take it
seen
out.
that.
Nobody's
Wow.
gonna cut that.
Yeah.
They're just hoping tornadoes take it away.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Take out the basket with it.
Well, it'd be like that basket after that one big flood. The old basket on not 1918 coming off the dam.
Yeah.
Whenever the water went back down, a log, like a 30-foot log, was on top of the basket, and that's how that one got broke.
Oh
It
my God.
just stayed on top, balanced perfectly whenever
Yeah.
the water left. Man, it's crazy.
Jeez. That's
Oh,
too
yeah.
funny.
I wonder if Carmageddon will get that. Does it flood down there?
Yeah. Carmageddon gets pretty floody. It gets very
Swampy.
it's like a natural wetland anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Kind of. So like
Yeah.
it trying to pull up.
So you want your waders when you go play in the winter?
It's not necessarily that. It's before it became a course and before it got mapped out, when it was kind of just like wandering, figuring out where holes are gonna be, you're gonna get wet.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's I'd call it the equivalent of like, you know, the extension of hole 7 at Forked Run. You have short ace
Yeah.
run location. You go left, you can play the long basket. It's like that. Like
Right.
it's just wet,
Yeah.
and like you can avoid the wet,
Right.
but you can also just get wet.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like
You
it's
can
kind of one of those
throw
spots where the first time that I'd ever played there and saw that hole dry was 2019.
Okay.
And it hadn't been dry for 2 or 3 years before that. Like hole 7 was always wet there, and
Wow.
it's wet. I'd say now too, probably. But
Yeah. I should clarify. We're talking about Carmageddon. It's a private course that's going to be public use in Athens, right next to the bike trail.
Yeah, right off the bike trail. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out Armitage Road, which is out
Armitage,
where
yeah.
Little Fish Brewing Company is. You just take that
Yeah.
road basically to a dead ends right there
Nice.
in the property.
It's a great course. I did help on one hole so far,
Yeah.
and that hole looked amazing. So I think it was hole 1 actually.
Yeah, they've been killing it out there right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I
Especially
hear.
as soon as the weather started getting more cooperative, it kind of
Yeah.
everyone took off.
Nice. So where are they at now? How much further?
I honestly haven't been out there for a few weeks since I've been out there since I got hurt,
Oh, okay.
and just been
Tell us
not
more
doing
about
anything.
that.
I
What
want
happened,
to say they only
man?
got like 1 or 2 holes left for the front 9, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
Well, he's only doing 9.
Yeah, he's only
isn't
doing 9, but there's
Yeah.
multiple tee
Right.
pads, and we'll probably end up doing more pin locations, you know,
Sweet, yeah.
down the road.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, there's basically every major manufacturer has their Premier Series basket.
Nice.
So you got the Prodigy T1 or 3, whatever the
Whatever,
main
yeah.
one of those are, which are the
Yeah.
same ones that are on his course, you know.
Right.
And there's probably a Mach X, whatever the main one of those are.
Right.
There's the Innovus disc catcher. There's I think there's a Patriot. There's one of the veterans, some type
Wow.
of dynamic disc
Yeah.
or whatever else. The other ones, there's the MVP, the Black Hole, or, you know, like whatever
That's
theirs are
almost
too.
a good
yeah.
way to figure out which baskets you like the
Well, it's-
most.
it's-
you know.
You know, the way that he,
It
I won't
makes it-
speak
it
for him, but I'll
makes
say
it
the way that
fair.
he builds courses, and he'll tell you this for his home course, like he needed to work on a forehand.
Yeah.
He did not have a forehand at all.
Yeah.
So make a bunch of holes that you throw forehand.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like, if you're going to build a course that you and your buddies are going to practice,
Yeah.
make it have every shot, and you can
That
go.
you can't throw.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
and so, hey, we're going to this tournament here, they have these baskets, let's go putt on hole 6.
You're right.
We can practice putt on those baskets.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
it, I mean, we'll see if it
That's
makes,
pretty
a
awesome.
difference, you know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
in theory converts to impractical kind of stuff.
I
you
would
know,
think. I will say that his putting league has. I mean, my putting has been crazy lately. I can't drive. I have a worse upshot.
well, that's
ever,
all I'm
and
doing right now.
Just
Putting,
make a
so
40-footer and
yeah.
I'm great. You
So
know.
I'll say me and you've had some
If you look at
battles,
the-
man, the last
Yeah.
couple times,
If
dude.
you, look at the,
Yeah.
if you look at the screen in front of you, we're looking at a
Mhm.
map of Athens.
Yeah, so you're going to
This
go.
This is the sports facility here.
We're gonna go
close
this
to the
way.
campus. As soon as the train bridge crosses, the bike path crosses the river,
Yeah.
this area here,
Nope.
or
Nope. So we're gonna go. You're gonna go this way. This is it's also so coming out of Athens. This right here, 682 is Union Street. Like we're gonna, you know, or here. Sorry. Let's just say like it. So like, I just trying to get reference to where I was. All right. So this is across the river. You know, the roundabout's over here. White's Mill is right here. Is where White's Mill and the waterfall and everything is. you're going to go up. If you're on this road, you stay on South Plains, and you're going to turn right onto Armitage. Right here.
Okay.
So Little Fish is right.
Okay.
You know, right
I've
here,
been there.
basically.
Sure.
You continue out this road. It runs parallel. Here's the bike trail. It's going to run parallel to the bike trail, and you're going to come out to about right here. So his course, this road right here, I believe, is the access road. Yep. All right. So that's the Athens radio tower is on Jared's property.
Yeah.
Is on Carmageddon.
Yeah.
But it's like lower levels.
Yeah, I mean, the problem, in my opinion, isn't that it's not like the river comes up and floods it. It's that it's has before, and there isn't drainage there.
Right.
So you have like low-level spots with a
less
little bit of
pressure.
higher elevated spots around it, so you get ponds and pools kind of
Resting.
So
everywhere.
just a
Yeah,
few
it's resting.
ditches probably will fix that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You know, get Adam Sands and a crew or something like that.
Yeah.
Was, you know,
Yeah.
It's
I always
not,
mention.
If it's not protected wetland, if you're allowed.
Oh, it's not right. I mean, we're able to do some stuff. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like drainage, and plus going a little bit like that's not going to
Hey, I'm with you.
hurt
We're
anything.
doing good to the forest. You can't tell me that anything that we disc golfers
Oh,
do
man,
in the
not
woods
at all.
isn't
Yeah.
good for those woods.
No.
We're just picking up sticks and moving dead
Yeah.
things and killing vines.
Yeah,
that are
killing
there.
vines or
you know,
killing
we're-
everything
yeah.
else.
Oh my goodness!
We get
you
rid
know
of
the
all-
trees that we've saved on the Sasquatch from cutting vines?
And the big buckeye.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
wooded hole
Yeah.
had tons of vines when we first got
Yeah,
there.
man.
It was crazy.
Choking out the trees.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every vine we've cut out of there. Man. They were everywhere, especially. Well, the sad part is I cut a million of them out of the old hole 18 on the big buckeye, and then that hole went away.
Oh, damn.
It's like, gosh, that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
I wish he'd have just brought the bulldozer in when I needed it. But yeah, that was a tough job. But I don't know how Jim did the Sasquatch because he put.
One.
Do you have any idea how many hours you have on?
No, absolutely.
Didn't write
not.
any down, did you?
Nope, not one.
I just want to point out, like, I wrote most of mine down for the first 2 years of the big buckeye,
Yeah.
and I was already at 350 hours. So I can only imagine you have to be at least.
Just imagine I drove
600.
two or three people with me. Too.
Yeah, right?
So that's like double or triple the man hours.
Yeah,
But those guys, you just ask them to do anything and they will. It's
yeah,
been amazing.
yeah. It has been fun. I know this year.
That's been my best part of disc golf, is just helping and like doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm competitive too, but I'm like not
Yeah.
winning all the whatevers, but I feel like I'm just as involved.
Well, that's what Ken said. Like, Hippo, is that he doesn't even like disc golf. He doesn't like going through anywhere. He likes yard work.
Yeah.
So he realized
Yeah.
he really likes yard work, and he gets to yard work every day if he wants. He can
Yeah.
build the course, change the course, have multiple
Bird
courses,
stuff.
Right.
multiple layouts,
Well, he had
different
it's
tees.
like 6 layouts or something. Now.
Oh yeah, man! It's an
crazy.
infinite course right now.
It really
Basically,
is.
you could just go and loop for a couple of days
Yeah.
and get lost back there. I think. Yeah.
I believe that.
Buckets on sticks, I like it.
I like it. I'm glad. I will say,
Yeah.
and I will say, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry for harping on you so much.
No way.
I won't apologize actually for harping on you because I got what I wanted out of it.
Yeah.
But, I'm sorry if I was being rude. No harsh feelings or hard feelings. Yeah, I just wanted the OG layout, man. It was like when I lived here forever, and like that's what we played,
Yeah.
and like we were the crew that I don't want to say put Hippo on the map, but it was like there was only a few regulars that played there, and then like when the Athens crew started building up, it was like
Yeah.
Hippo was popping. Like we were out there
Right.
all the time, and there was just so many people, and it was such a great time, and like it still was a great time.
Yeah.
I love the course changes, I like the new course, but it was like
I don't like it as much as the old
I
one.
want, yeah,
You know?
and it's a bit of nostalgia almost. It's just like I just
Yeah.
knew that one so well,
Yeah.
and I think in a year,
Maybe that's part
in
of
a couple
it.
years,
I-
well,
It wasn't. for
playing
me,
a
there
course
were
that's
some
beat in
interesting
versus
holes.
playing a course that's still in construction is one thing too that I
Yeah,
think I don't ever
huge.
take into consideration when I'm like
Right.
vetting the course there.
Yeah.
But
Such
Yeah.
a special place.
yeah,
So many opportunities there. I mean, like he could literally lay out like 20 different layouts.
well, that course made me a better disc golfer than probably
Oh,
anywhere
yeah.
else. You know,
that
what I mean?
one's
Like,
made me better.
I learned
for
forehand
sure.
rollers there. I learned backhand rollers there out of necessity. Like,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
mean, there's, you know, like I use forehand roller there as a game plan on a couple
Yeah.
holes.
Right.
Specifically,
that.
like 3 or
That
4,
one
like coming up
sounded
over that
one.
hill, you throw as far as you can,
Yeah.
spike one down to the ground, and curl it around by the basket because otherwise
Yeah.
you're just playing with way too much danger. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great shot.
How about Ken?
That was a good day. He was happy that day, man.
Dude, he shot an amazing round. First time I ever got to play with him. James, did you get to play with us when Ken played with us a week or so ago?
No.
The first time I'd ever played with Ken, and
Really?
he had an amazing round.
Nice.
He said it was probably one of the best rounds he'd had in a long time.
He's one of the most intelligent individuals
I love
think I've ever met in my entire
Ken. We
life.
sit there and have deep conversations.
Yeah, man.
I love Ken.
When he was,
I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
When he was
by the way.
getting
It'd be
his
great, yeah.
truck off the hill, I love that he made a video.
Oh, I
and,
know.
and made science about it.
Yeah.
Physics with
I
Ken
made my
and,
girls sit down and watch. They're
Yeah.
like, "Why are you making?" I'm like, "Look, it's science."
Yeah, I
we
love
saw
his
that.
post on
we were
Facebook.
playing that day, like coming up there, and right after it happened,
Yeah.
and we were like yelling. I thought he was in the truck. We're yelling. I was like, "Hey, man! Like, why would he just leave it in the middle of the
I
fairway?"
think I was there.
Yeah.
And
Why
the,
would he-
the truck was running.
Yeah, it was like, why would you just
Yeah.
leave this in the middle of the fairway? And we're
But
like,
he was like, I don't think I could move it, but it was
Yeah.
still running.
yeah, and it was like,
Huh.
and that's funny.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely trying to get him on the podcast. He invited me this summer. Justin and Mike.
Look at this picture.
Darty.
I mean, you can't figure that out.
yeah, that something good
just
is
go
gonna happen.
over there where you're supposed to go.
Right. But yeah, he invited us out, just like three of us. He was, still worried about COVID and stuff back then
Yeah.
a little bit, and invited us, a few of us out to kind of social distance and have a
Yeah.
little cookout. I had a great time, and we just
Yeah,
kind of
man.
sat around the phone. We played around, Ken and all, all
Yeah,
of us
yeah.
went and played around, and then sat around and just, cooked out or whatever. And his wife had made some bomb
picture.
cookies. They were some of the best cookies I've ever had.
Oh yeah,
Look at the computer.
yeah. That's
Science.
yeah. He jackknifed that thing full, and
Jeez.
honestly, he barely dinged the truck up.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but I mean, it wasn't like any more than like a dent in the bumper. It wasn't like it
Yeah.
could have been the whole rear
Oh,
side,
yeah.
the tailgate, everything. Like,
Could have been real bad.
but just the angle of the hill and like the weight that was on there.
Hey, I know a
Jeez.
couple of those guys.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's out there.
Got my crazy shirt on.
Yeah.
I wonder when this is
I love
from.
that
That's
shirt.
this is probably from around the time, based off my facial hair.
June 28th of 2019.
I was gonna say that was probably around the time, because right around then was when you and I realized that we shared a birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys do? Nice.
Yeah, we didn't even know.
That's
We'd been
too
playing
cool.
together for a couple years and didn't know. And I was out at Berg for my birthday round. It was like right before our birthdays,
Yeah.
and he ended up coming out too. And I was like, "Oh man, like I'm glad you can make it down here for something along these lines. Like
For
I'm glad
our
you can make it for my
our
birthday round."
birthday.
He's just like, "What's my birthday?" I was like, "No, it's my birthday." And he's like, "We have the same birthday? Like how did this never come up in conversation?" Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Tell us again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the
Love the hippos.
back after I was living with the Amish folk for a while.
Yeah,
yeah.
it gets long sometimes. Blue.
That's how I've been like referencing like when it is in the last couple
Look
of
at
years.
Randall. That's
Oh
as
my
good of a mind as
goodness.
I've ever seen Randall.
I've never seen him with that much hair. And a wrist
He looks like
brace.
Father Time.
He
Yeah, I was
does.
trying to think of which injury that probably is for him. Me and him have had, have
Yeah.
been very.
Wrist brace. He played
That's
left-handed
rough.
for a while. Oh, that's beautiful.
It
The
is.
basket out in the background there.
Yeah.
Oh
Is that
yeah.
13, 10,
12, yeah. Or 11. It's 11. Yeah, the par 5.
This is the Sunday crew.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've played with them a few times.
Beautiful place. Such
It
great
is.
times that I've had there.
That was a good. I
Thanks,
got,
Ken. There he is. How about the captain? Look at that
I
hat.
love it.
I don't remember if I aced that round on hole 18 with you guys, or if it was our birthday round, or if it was a different round there. But
When we aced on the same day.
I don't know. There was a
That's
round.
not what you're talking
I aced on 18 with a
about.
round.
Hippo?
But no. At Baroque. It was like I thought maybe it was our birthday round, but it may
I
not
was
have
there.
been.
Yeah.
But it was came back and got the win on the walk-off ace on 18.
Oh, you're gonna love that.
Done that
That's
twice,
like
twice in my
Ricky stuff.
career.
What?
I did it to Dan once and called
Oh.
him in his face too.
Oh.
One of the most exciting moments of my entire
Oh,
life. Dan, I
man.
hope you're watching this and it scares you for when I'm healed and ready to play again.
How about that shot of Ken?
Yeah.
Or that's not even Ken, is it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Ken
yeah.
over. Well, it's both Kens actually. That's Ken Sampson and Ken Apple.
Okay.
I believe that's Ken Apple, who he's the one who made the Hippo Disc Golf tournament shirts that we had there
Oh.
2 years ago
Nice.
for the big tournament. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
OG crew.
I just wore that shirt
Oh
the other
yeah,
day.
that's a bunch of Columbus people there. That's cool.
Hilarious. Dallas, jump in.
Yeah. I can almost sub this thing out.
I know.
That's hilarious.
It's too funny. Kid is bored. That is hilarious.
Hey, did you forget your
Wow.
I think it's
Someone's putting practice
there's a
with drivers.
There's a return pile over there for all the lost discs on hole 16.
Wow.
They went into the metal.
That's an old one too. That's from
Metal
BGM's 2014.
Wow.
Oh, look at the younger blender there.
I know. Is that blended?
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh. That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That is too cool.
Good times.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think. I wonder if I got my hippo for one in 2019.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't get to play any of his tournaments. I've only played just casual rounds.
I had.
It's a lot of fun. I always do well.
Yeah. I had one of
I
the
don't.
best, maybe the best shot one of the best shots I've had recorded on video from the second round. It might have been from day 2 and from the Hippo Blues in advance, but I won intermediate that year, and then Hippo Blues, I think it was, Blender got me on video, like the whole, now you're throwing it from off the hill coming down left, but it used to be the one that went over the log on the back 9.
Yeah.
Like before the one right before the oil tanker, the one that he got a stuck truck on, or the truck stuck on the whole program.
Right.
And I was like shanked into that bush, and like on a knee, forehand, lean out, flip up, like super flippy, like soft X Challenger, big hyzer flip around the tree, sank it, and I just get up off the knee, start running.
Nice.
I might have a. Can you? I think my headphones maybe came unplugged. Maybe I pulled back too far. Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Sweet.
I must have moved away a little too far.
Yeah, I could probably use a little longer cord on that one.
Well, yeah, man, I'll play another quick one if you
Yeah,
want. Play this.
I think let's
new
do
little-
that. Do you have anything else you want to talk about first?
Man, I mean, there's not. We can talk about anything and everything.
Yeah.
Gentlemen?
Well, I feel like we could talk all night because
Yeah.
I can.
I don't mind. Let's stay. Why don't we?
Yeah, I mean,
stretch it out. There's no. We can take turns if you gotta.
Well, how
go.
about you play a song and let me go to
If
the
you gotta go,
bathroom?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Go ahead and play.
Yeah, I'll play this
Dallas,
new one.
Dallas
I
needs
just
to take a
hate
break
missing
too,
music.
so we'll try and
Yeah.
we'll sell those discs. We'll see if we can't get somebody online.
Yeah, absolutely.
To talk back to us. Dallas, I got it on you right now, buddy. If you want to just strum along and pick at it, make funny faces at the camera. Great to see you, man. It sounds great. My wife and I's one of our favorite artists is Amos Lee. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but you remind me a lot of him. Singer-songwriter. Talks about his pain. I like it.
It's actually a funny story. I was living in Chicago in 2012. I just turned 21. Hadn't finished school yet, I guess. Took a job in Chicago as soon as my last semester ended, and this guy showed me Amos Lee, and that was right when I basically started writing music again. So yeah, Amos Lee was like right there. And this, I'll play a snippet of this song. Am I allowed to play this song? How it works?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
We're not monetized.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
perfect,
point,
yeah.
So if any money comes to it, it goes to him.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Amos, thanks for writing this song. This song changed,
I love you, Amos.
legitimately changed my life. Yeah.
My wife still watches all of his like stuff he puts out recently, just little things he does on his couch. Love him.
Yeah, this is a song that made me start writing music, realistically. Or start writing again, you know. I played when I was younger in band and stuff in high school, toured, but didn't for like 3 or 4 years. Well, I walked over the bridge in the city where I lived, and I saw my old landlord. And he stopped and said hello. There was nowhere else to go, 'cause my rent I could not afford. And I think that it's strange how relationships change. See if money makes a man go. And there's people they claim if you get enough fame, you get over the rainbow. Gotta learn how to let her go, somewhere over the rainbow. And sometimes we forget just what we got, who we are, oh, and who we are not. There's so much more to love than just this black and white. You should keep it loose now, child. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm a big Amos Lee fan. Yeah.
Awesome. That goes out to my wife. Thank you so much.
Thank
man.
you. Thanks
So
for.
cool.
That's a good recommendation, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good one.
anytime.
So we went to. I heard him on Sirius satellite radio, like one of the first albums he ever put out.
Mhm.
And we went to Kent Stage. Showed up early for $20. We got a front row seat or standing room only, or first come first serve. But they showed up in a van, and we helped them unload the van and
That's
take the
amazing.
stuff inside, and we got to sit front row center. And then that next year, his album kind of blew up. He went on tour majorly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I love that for you too, man, because that's gonna happen. It's gonna snap.
Yeah, I
one
mean,
day. You keep
It
going.
was it's funny still to think that I had more success is one of those weird words that's like very I don't know, it's not really that defined, I guess.
Arbitrary. It's
Yeah,
your own-
arbitrary,
it's your
but
own idea.
yeah, it's subjective, I guess, so like
Yeah.
if we were to like put not a monetized or like an amount, or just, but if we were to rate it somehow, I had more success in the band I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like it had more like
Following,
yeah,
singles and
all that. But
distribution.
it's like what I've learned, and the songs then sucked. Like they're bad, But now it's just like, I trust my judgment as a fan of music enough.
Your original that you played tonight was amazing. I'm
That
pretty
was
sure
absolutely great.
My
Yeah.
wife will replay that many times.
I guess like something
So you're playing
changed
a
in the last
gig
year or so.
tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow, at 8 o'clock, 6 cents in Jackson, Ohio. So if you're watching this tomorrow, it'll be Friday, the 2nd.
It's coming out tonight.
But
Yeah.
if you're seeing this, tomorrow during the workday and looking for something to do, Jackson at 6 cents, they got great food, they got a bunch of new beers on the lineup, and it'll be a good time.
Nice.
You selling music anywhere?
How far is that from here?
From Marietta, I'm not 100% sure. It's 40 minutes from Athens.
That's not
It's
bad.
30 minutes from Gallia
Okay.
County and Gallipolis.
Yeah.
20 minutes from Chillicothe.
Okay.
You know,
A little
so
over, like an hour and a half probably.
Yeah,
Nowhere,
max,
Nowhere, Ohio.
Yeah.
How far from Columbus?
what is that?
How far
Columbus.
from Columbus?
I'd say hour 10 maybe, max. Yeah,
Okay.
somewhere there, hour and 20 maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't driven that way in a long time. Like 23 up that way through Jackson, Chillicothe to Columbus. Just being in Athens, I always run 33 the quick way now, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say somewhere in there.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll it should be a good time. Might have a couple special guests stop out.
How long do you usually play?
Oh, I'll be there from 8 to 11, so we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see like how long I actually play. Or
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, man, it's like I haven't played in so long that it's like I'm itching, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'll
It's like,
bet.
I got so much new stuff, so like I didn't really make a set list. I was just like, I'm just gonna go
Right,
play.
you
I'm just
got
gonna play
so
for a
much
few
ready to
hours. 'Cause,
go,
like
yeah.
usually I'll go and like for gigs like that, like if you come to a show, you buy a ticket, something like that. I'm playing all originals.
Right.
I'm playing my set. I'm promoting the album and that.
Yeah.
Set like this, I'll play. I'll go play for 3 hours and play an hour and a half originals and an hour and a half covers or just whatever song. If a song comes to my head or someone asks for something,
Yeah.
try and please the crowd. But I might just go play 3 hours of originals tomorrow. I assume probably just go,
Yeah.
just do the Dallas Craft Jukebox for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Man, it's good music. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
thank you. Can I curse on here?
I don't care. It's up to you.
Well, I wrote this song, and it was like I don't know, just how you are just Sunday, man. You're just like in one of those moods.
Yeah.
And I was just complaining about it a lot. Like didn't matter what it was. Like, it's like I stubbed my toe and I did this, and I was like just like.
Oh
and
yeah.
I was getting
I get
grumpy,
those
you
moves
know?
a lot. Yeah.
And I just like was like, man, all right, quit complaining, like quit being so negative, and tried to get out of that. And then I realized, like, there's always that one friend who's like the person who listens to everyone's problems, but no one has time to listen to that person.
Yeah.
And
that's the life of a massage therapist.
Dude, yeah, right? Yeah. You release stress for everyone else, and the more you relieve stress, the more stress you get. Yeah. So yeah, this isn't even a full song actually. I just haven't played it anywhere other than my couch this morning, so I was like, we'll just test it out here. Disc Golf Collective world premiere here.
Nice. We love it.
Pick up some sticks, people.
Goddamn these rainy days. Goddamn the dry ones. Goddamn this old interstate. It's always flooded on Fridays. Goddamn these aches and pains. Goddamn these night sweats. Goddamn the working man. You didn't give him off Fridays. Goddamn, but never amen. You only call him when you're crying. So when's the last time you just talked to him when there wasn't something you required? Under the rug, how many things can you sweep under the rug? The rug. It's always goddamn never amen. You only call him when you're crying. So when's the last time you just talked to him when there wasn't something you required?
Yeah, that was great.
Really nice, man.
But I love your voice, man.
So deep.
And it picks up great on this equipment. I mean, it sounds absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm not a super religious person, but I was thinking, it was just like...
So when did you come up with this song again?
Sometime this morning. My physical therapy was supposed to be early,
Right.
and then it got postponed, so then I was just like sitting around waiting.
It's as real as it gets right there, folks.
That is, man.
But it was like, that's like kind of what started the train, is like, I woke up early. I thought I was late.
Yeah.
Like, woke up early and then snoozed, and then woke up late, and then...
Right.
And then...
So that's not even the finished version. You're just riffing a lot of what's there still? Or
Yeah, basically, I just had...
How many times have you played that fully through like that?
That's the first time I played it fully through. I
Awesome.
kind of like wrote some lyrics on the car drive up here, but I was just strumming along, thinking like, God
I'm
damn,
glad
there's
we're. I'm
God
glad,
damn that,
I'm
and I was
glad
like,
we're, I'm glad
you
we
can't just write a
recorded it.
song that says
Right.
that like over and over. It's like you're gonna look like a complete prick. But
Yeah.
but that's what made me think. It was like a bunch of like it was like it's how it goes. Like everything snowballs. You have one bad thing. If you focus on it, law of attraction, you're bringing more. And it was like,
Yeah.
all right, things aren't as bad as they were seeming. And I was complaining to my buddy, and then like about it. And it's like, man, like I feel like he has to feel bad. Like I've only hit him up the last couple of times when I wanted to rant about something. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I wonder how God feels. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
whatever.
I feel that.
It's like, but man, like a lot of people just they only praise you when everything's
All
good.
needs,
They don't,
no,
yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah.
It's like all like one or the other. It's like, man, that's kind of how like
All burden.
yeah. I was like, damn, yeah, that must be that's how I
Yeah.
feel sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I do. I definitely know how you feel.
yeah, man, you know what I mean.
It's life,
Yeah.
man. Kicks everybody. Constantly.
Yeah.
Well, and
But
like,
then there's disc golf.
well, and yeah, man, like
That's right.
It's a highlight in all of our lives, I think.
I'll say too, I write a lot of sad songs, but I'm like the happiest person I know. I feel like
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like
you don't ever seem
always
that
have
sad to
been.
me.
yeah,
for
like
sure.
and
Yeah.
I wrote it. There's a couple songs that I wrote like when I came out of the studio with Eddie, like producer. He's like, "You good?
Yeah.
Everything good, buddy?" And I came and talked. I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Like,
You
like,
need
like,
some
was something
counseling?
wrong? Like, is the car out of tune or something?"
I just write down my dark thoughts.
Yeah, really. And, it,
I
and
enjoy
someone
my
and
happy
someone
ones.
asked, they're like, "That's honestly, about how I
Yeah.
answer." That's like, yeah, like if I'm having a bad day, like you just write about it, get it
Yeah.
out. If I'm having a good day, I
That's a
could play
great
disc
way
golf
to
with my
go.
buddies.
Yeah,
You know what I
don't-
mean?
Don't put it
Yeah.
on someone else.
Yeah,
Put it
exactly. Yeah,
in
and
paper.
put it into
That's
make
why there's
something
so
out
much
of it. Yeah.
feeling behind what you do.
Yeah,
Those
but-
songs are powerful, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Good job.
Definitely some of the best art and music comes from pain.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh, yeah,
that's,
man.
That's fact.
Well, it puts everything else. Pain puts the joy and everything else in perspective too.
Yeah.
It gives it some weight. Like
Yeah.
can't have a light without
Balance.
a dark. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
there'd have to be. That was actually like one of the first album I released, like in 2011, or first solo album, or like whatever singer-songwriter album I released in 2011 was had this song called Thrive, and that's the line was like, "There's not a light without a dark, so make the darkness where you thrive." And like,
Yeah.
and a buddy of mine, there's a songwriter from Columbus, Joshua Montgomery Montezuma, and he asked me what the song was about. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really. I just like hit record on my phone, and then like 3 minutes later, I have a song, and then I sing it that way. Like, I don't really. At that point in time, I didn't write. I just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you hit me up whenever you figure out what it's about. Now that's like 2011 or something like that. Like 2018, 2019 or something like that. I was like listening to it one day, and like just like had an epiphany. I was like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
he was totally right. And it's like it probably meant this to me then. I didn't know. It
Right.
can mean something completely different now. It can mean something completely different to someone else. But it's like
Yeah.
same with like disc golf. It's like it can be your hobby. It can be your way of life. It can be the only way that you make means. But it's still it doesn't matter how you enjoy it as long as you got to enjoy it. Leave it
Yeah.
better than you found it.
Yeah, man.
That's why the collective.
That's definitely the collective, right?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Leave it better than you
We
found
are
it.
an unofficial group of people that just like to leave it better than what we found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing today, man. It's been amazing.
Dude, yeah, it was kind of
Yeah.
nice. It gives me like a half practice warm up
Yeah.
for tomorrow.
Heck
Like I
yeah.
haven't played in so long that I was like, I don't know. I won't say I'm nervous. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just such an odd thing. It's like I've never been nervous to play in my entire life.
Have you ever
No.
been on a podcast?
Oh, I'm saying more like about tomorrow being
Oh.
nervous.
Yeah.
More
Oh,
so
yeah,
just like the
yeah.
whole like.
Because it's been so long. Huh?
It's just like, dude, like
Yeah.
and more so
you're
it's
doing-
like.
are you doing just your own equipment, like with your foot pedals and things?
Oh, I'm
or-
bringing everything. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a bunch of new gear. I'm not bringing all the new stuff. I actually have a brand new loop station and a whole new setup, and I'm not breaking it out yet. I'm
Alright.
waiting. I'm probably gonna wait until we release the album and do some of that stuff on
Sure.
it. But yeah, I'll bring like the standard loop setup and
I've seen a couple different
Some
setups
stuff.
that you play. When you're
Yeah.
playing with someone else, it's kind of like acoustic or whatever. And then
Yeah.
I saw you play with your, like by yourself, where you're running a looper and playing
yeah. So
different
I'll
parts.
run
I love
like
that.
my looper and the separate vocal looper and I'm debating whether I'll bring keyboards and stuff like that. It just depends. Like I like to bring way more things that I need and way
Right,
more
sure.
bells and whistles just to keep it just keeps me entertained, you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I run like
So you keep it plugged in all the time? Do you go in every day and just fuck around with all your pedals? And
not with the pedals and stuff as much. I play guitar every day. I write every day, and like now I force myself to write every day just for like because
you played enough that it just comes natural. And
that yeah, my old pedals are that way. So my old setup hasn't been set up.
I understand the lyrics
all
part
year.
of it, but like as far as the tune goes, how do you find inspiration for the melody and the?
So
and the catch
basically,
and the
I write
run
lyrics
and,
last. Like
right?
I write
Follow
like
the words and.
vows. So I'm trying to think of like something like, for instance, like
You always think about great songs. Like, did the words come first or the tune? You know.
All right, so for like this song, this is a single off of our album that's about to come out, and like this thing started with like, it started with this riff, just of like I was like, and then my buddy like started stomping his foot and was like, oh, well, that sounds cool. Like,
Hit it.
and like that's how it started. It was just me like, keep down, down.
Yeah.
Scat.
And like yeah, it's usually vowel sounds like, and then I'll go back through and shape it, and then like by the end of me playing that for a few minutes,
Find the words.
it went into like, keep your face in the fire, so your feet don't touch the ground. The only purpose of desire is so you feel it before you hear the sound. We don't need to be home by 10 anymore. We don't need to be held by him. And this was just like nonsense. This second verse ended up being the real verse, or like this second half of verse 1. So it's like kind of just random. Like that was just nonsense. So like we don't need it. Like
But it's awesome.
we don't need
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
So
You
like
don't need it.
yeah, it's kind of just random. And a lot of people I've been looking to work with a few songwriters in Nashville and do background vocals on some like bigger albums and stuff. And like the stuff that you learn from them is like and especially in the studio work, like you do overdubs, you try and fix stuff, but it doesn't matter. The first one is pretty much like the first one has the energy. The first one counts. And like if when I'm writing something, I'll just like play. So like let's for instance on my phone right now, and I had this phone for what's that, 645? Is that what that thing says? Like, probably can't see it from there, but it's like 645 voice memos is what I have on that, and that's from basically like
Catching a beat.
through quarantine.
Writing it down.
You know, like in the last year.
Recording it.
The last year I've had like so like, but that's how like most of the things start, and then I'll go back through one day and just like I'll just sit and listen through like 20 or 30 minutes in a row, pull little things from places, but yeah, we were recording this song when I wrote the second verse, and we just were like, hey, we just need a placeholder there, and and then we'll, it doesn't matter what you say, just mumble something through it, so that way we know how long it goes. And like I was sitting there in the studio with Eddie, and we're just like in the room, and it's the vocal that's on the real album. Like it was just the first try, me making up words as we went through is the main vocal on this song now, and it's like
Awesome.
say what you want. Got me reaping what you sow. What is it honestly store-bought? Or is this just some old tap water? Well, who knows? Yeah. We can take it to... And so it was like, I had asked for water right before that. Or something, you know what I mean? And it was like something stupid.
Yeah.
It was like, is this honestly store-bought or is this just some old tap water? Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
And then like, I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That sounds way more heavy and metaphorical than it was ever supposed to be. It was just something that,
It's mystical for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So a
Is
lot
that
of stuff
water?
happens like
I don't
that.
know.
Some things like, after like certain experiences, I had a buddy pass away. I wrote a lot of stuff after that. There's certain things where like I'll just actually sit down and write then. But I write for my job now, so like I wake up and I do writing prompts in the morning, just practice and.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it.
Yeah. So what are you writing for your job?
Oh, I do. So basically, my majority of my work pre-COVID, I did stuff with OU, but outside of playing music, and like, so outside of this part of my job, like playing music, Dallas Craft or whatever, I do some studio work, background vocal stuff, and but I do arrangements, compositions for like high school show choirs and competitive choirs, and then do for a lot of other like for commercials or little companies, jingles and stuff like that, and a bunch of things. And then when all of that stopped, I basically took the summer, disc golfed, got back in the fall, and was like, I got to do something like, keep me sane and just to keep some money coming in. And so I I just got on Freelancer, and that's how it started. Was just literally through Freelancer and doing freelance work, anything from like video editing stuff to audio editing stuff. And then I always liked writing.
Yeah.
And I used to write a lot of papers for other people in college and stuff like that. You know?
You're doing the right thing, man.
And
Writing every day.
So now I write for AC Delco.
Okay.
Like the website, so like every product they have basically.
Yeah.
Like every product description they have online.
Technical writer.
I wrote.
Oh wow.
Well, maybe not everyone there right now.
Right.
But like
right.
eventually when the whole site gets overturned.
Right.
Because there's copyright stuff on that too. Like whoever did it before was copy and pasting.
Right.
Just the basic product information, and they got sued for it, I assume. So.
Oh.
So it's like there's little things like I've done everything from like peer reviews of people's papers. I've written.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that. Yeah, written papers for people for places.
Yeah.
And written, some reviews and some articles and album reviews and little things and just kind of little bits of everything, just random.
That's awesome.
Freelance stuff, but it's nice to know that like that's an option.
Yeah.
I prefer to just sing for my supper.
Well, I mean, descriptions need good wording too.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
if you're trying to sell a product, you gotta have
you're
good
never
wording.
gonna find a carburetor that's like sounds as sexy as these carburetors.
I can't
like
wait,
Delco.
dude.
Like,
I'm so going to their
if you're looking
site.
for a Holly carburetor.
Yeah.
Sell it, boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish they
love
gave me a
it.
kickback. Yeah.
I know, right?
Hey Marv, if you see this, Marv, I need I want an incentive.
15% off.
I want some. Give me an affiliate link.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like, just
right,
give me
yeah.
free parts. That'd be cool.
So if you go to Dallas Craft
Yeah.
in the thing, you get 10% off. I just said that. I don't know for sure.
Well, I mean, let's say that.
Sounds
Yeah.
right.
Dallas Craft 10. Use that promo code. If enough of you use that promo code and you buy
10%
stuff, they're going to
off.
realize that everyone
And
just
if
needs
not,
it. Yeah.
complain to Herb.
Right.
Address, phone.
Right. When it doesn't work, just complain. Oh.
Please play more music for us.
Yeah.
I'll play this one more. So this is the last song. So I'll give you the general rundown.
Yeah.
Started recording a full length. I have three albums under my name out, like EPs and stuff, and then I have a couple like other side projects. I have this thing called Spacecraft, which is like just some like more R&B stuff like that, and I do it with a couple MCs, a couple buddies of mine, and
Sounds cool.
we started doing this whole new full length, and then a bunch of stuff happened. You know what I mean? Like I broke my left wrist, and then broke my right hand, and then I got carbon monoxide poisoning, and then like we had water lines burst in the studio, then a tree fell in the house in the studio, and then like Eddie engineer like had shoulder surgery, and then COVID, and then I blew my knee out, and,
Yeah.
which we never even got into that. Yeah, that's a whole other thing, that knee injury. But yeah, so like everything kind of just kept getting pushed back. But we have all this stuff done, and I was lucky enough. The one pro of COVID was that things got pushed back enough to where I got to work with some people I wouldn't have got to work with had we have rushed everything through initially. So like I got Tyler Childers, drummer and bass player,
What?
are on 6 or 8 of the tracks on my full length,
Nice.
and I'm getting to work with him. And actually, I might just play that song. So I wrote this song for Tyler. And I wrote it when I first wrote it. It sounded like not like the way I'll play it. It was a lot more like, it's coming on to you, cracking one open, even after the week, 16 hours. It was a lot poppier, more R&B and like synthy, you know,
Yeah.
W. But we have this whole album that's basically done. Just got to do some finishing touches, get some lap steel and stuff like that. But during quarantine, I was writing so much stuff that I recorded a live acoustic album called Open, where we opened right before fall. We opened all the windows and everything, just put some mics in the room, and it's just straight one take on stuff.
Yeah.
You catch me sneezing and all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just raw. And so we're gonna be releasing that soon. And then I did this album in Nashville called the Nashville Tapes. That's what we're naming it right now. And it's all analog, nothing digital, no computer, no new software at all. Straight to an old like 8-track.
Vacuum
Well, actually
tube.
straight to an old 2-track
Wow.
stereo like recorder, recording 2 mono tracks, one mic by my guitar, one mic on my voice, and
Yeah.
all new stuff too. So like, and then me and Winter Wilson are working on an EP as well, with a few songs we wrote. But yeah, I quit drinking for a little while there at the beginning of New Year's just to get as
Clear your
healthy
head.
as started. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
just get back to normal. And I wrote this song, and then it ended up getting a rewrite, and I was like, I'm gonna send this to Tyler, and figure out where it is. Yeah, but this it went a completely different route once I realized. I was like, well, let's just send it to him, see if maybe he can put the song on the map. But yeah.
Spent all of my 20s pounding half racks a day till I made the decision to give it away. Knew back then I should change, but seems now it's too late. And I'm missing you more than that liquefied grain. I choose coming home to you over cracking one open, even after a week of 16-hour shifts. Take a breath more with you over any old tin of those blue ribbon nominations. I choose rubbing warm lotion on all of your bunions over any night out on the town. I kind of just wanted to put that in the song. Really.
That's so personal.
And this girl's got, like, she'll know, you know, girl. I love them, yeah. I love you with the bunions, baby girl. It's all right. Yeah. She's gonna leave me or marry me, one or the other after that one, fellas. Anyway, yeah. I trade rubbing warm lotion on all your bunions over any night out on the town. When I gave it all up, spent the first few days shaking. Now I'm clean but can't stand on this trembling ground. Maybe being sober, feeling every inch. This guilt that I'm feeling is my punishment for abusing the love of a girl so splendid till the decade had closed and the party had ended. Miss you more than beer and all that's saying something for a boy who can't sleep without one by his bed. So love drunk, was too drunk and confused to be love drunk on you. Now you carousel round in my head. Miss you more than beer and all that's saying something for a boy who can't sleep till he's burned down a few. He's too drunk and confused to be love drunk on you. Now I'm missing you more than booze. He's too drunk and confused to be love drunk on you. Now I'm missing you more than booze.
Dallas.
Man, that gave me
Nailed it,
chills,
man.
dude. That was great lyrics.
That's some
Yeah,
great,
thank you,
That was
great
great lyrics,
storytelling,
man. I love
So,
it.
I haven't
dude.
played most of it. Like, I wrote them all. I was like, wrote it. All right, get out of the way. Let's move
Yeah.
on to another one. But I haven't played the majority of them.
Yeah.
So, like, tomorrow I was like, all right,
Yeah.
we're just going to go for it.
Just making those chord. Or
Yeah.
I can't promise I'm coming tomorrow night, but God, I want to.
man. Oh, there'll be plenty more.
I
We're
want
back
to,
at
yeah.
it now, man, finally.
Yeah,
So,
let me know when you're
yeah.
close by, dude.
Well, I'll be
I'm
up here to
seriously
hack
gonna
it
be there.
for sure.
Oh,
I mean, like,
sweet.
I don't have
That's
anything
just up the street.
booked there right
Definitely
now,
go
but
there.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
I definitely, I'll be back in there this summer, and
Awesome.
yeah, it'd be nice to get back around too.
Yeah.
That's one where, like,
Hey, if you do one in town, we can do another podcast.
Dude,
right
yeah, we
before
definitely
it,
will, yeah.
For sure.
Dude,
yeah.
you can come up and just play and hang out
Yeah,
and do
Absolutely.
what we're doing. Riff
We'll
Guitar.
record
We,
you if you want. I
yeah.
mean, whatever,
We're
man.
looking to do this a couple times a week. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you have any friends that you think would want
Yeah,
to
man.
come in and talk to us, we don't have to put disc golf up there.
It
We
doesn't
just,
have to
like,
be disc golf.
Let's talk about
No.
your music.
Yeah.
Or
For sure.
whatever.
well, that was one that, like, that's one of the exceptions of a song that I wrote, like, immediately. Or, like, I sat and, like, didn't write any music to it. I had
Okay.
the idea in my head of, like, all right, we'll make this sound like this. But, like, it was, like, I had it starting real different. And Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I'll probably still release a version like that of it, and then release.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully, you know, we'll see if Tyler wants to buy it. But
Yeah.
but it I just quit drinking, man. I was like, just sat on the couch one day and I just started typing, and when I got done typing, that's basically what it was. And then
That's cool.
I sent it to a couple of my buddies and was like, hey, I think I did okay on this one.
Yeah.
I sent it to him, and then he's like, man, like, why can't you just ever like get back? You're from Gowdy County, man. You're from Southeast Ohio. Can't you just like write some songs that people from around here want to hear? Like, just accept the twang, add it a little bit. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, so like for the last like 10 or 15 songs have all been like a little more Appalachian.
Yeah.
Pay the homage. Well, it's like,
you can own it.
the more that I play like something like that, the more I'll sink into an accent, man. Like if
Yeah.
I do a song like that twice, man, I'll be
Yeah.
you Morgan Bear and all that dang. Like
Yeah.
I'll be you
You
know.
can turn it up.
It'll be an auction house before I get done, you know. But
That's my voice. I moved
But
to
then I
Washington.
started-
It took me like 7 years to get rid of this
break it,
accent.
yeah.
It took forever. I got made fun of it for years, and
then
then
you put me around a couple
I
British
finally
people and I
lost it.
sound.
Yeah,
sound
and then
like
I
that.
moved back and instantly got it back. I mean,
yeah.
it didn't even
As
take
soon,
6
yeah.
months, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
you wanted
wow.
it back.
I probably did. I don't
Yeah.
know. It fits in better around here, that's for sure.
I moved to South Carolina where there was a heavy South
Ooh,
Carolina accent,
yeah.
but I went to chiropractic school and it was all people from New Jersey and New York. So I was like this New York, New Jersey Southern accent.
I'm
Like,
gonna take a quick.
what is going
Yeah.
on?
Go for it.
James, what's happening, man? Hey, show us those discs again. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
well,
put it on the center view there so you
alright.
can show them off right in the middle.
We
Yep.
can even list to one of these
I
again
think
one
that's
more time.
the Sasquatch disc golfer.
Yeah, that would be the
That looks
Sasquatch
like
disc
the
golfer.
Sasquatch
That's
disc
right.
golfer right there. I
It
do believe.
does.
Flip that over. Let's see the bottom of it. Put it a little closer to the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
I'm trying it
Prodigy?
wrong.
I don't even know what it is.
Let's see, here we go. It is Prodigy. It's a PA1
Ooh, that sounds
Spectrum plastic. I think it's
What's-
gorgeous.
What's the tie-dye?
I'm a
on
little
it?
jealous.
An M something? M3? The
It's
next
an
one?
M1. Oh, the next one is an M3.
Julian tie-dyed that one.
Yeah.
These are
That was
all
gorgeous.
Appalachian Disc Golf
Yeah.
giveaways here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julian.
Thanks to our
Appalachian
awesome
Disc Golf.
sponsor. Oh, but I'm knocking stuff over already.
Breaking it.
We got the M model.
Who was the winner there? This was a
M
person.
model.
we
Oh, the
didn't
second,
really
the
know.
M3. I'm sorry, the M3 was Dylan Trinum. This M model is Jack Snyder.
Jack Snyder. Please contact
Please
us in the
contact us
comments
so we can
or
send it to you.
emails. We will get it to you somehow.
And
Oh,
Lisa
that's so
Burkhart
pretty. Lisa!
with the Run the Chains.
You're gonna have to bring
the
this
cool
out and
stamp.
throw it. Let us see you throw it.
Yep, you have to come to League and join
We're
us.
calling you out, girl.
Tuesdays at 5 at the Big Buckeye at Broughton's.
Thanks for your comments.
Yeah. Awesome.
Great recording tonight. Dallas Craft, musician and great disc golfer. We have played together quite a bit, Dallas. I think probably when you first started getting back into disc golf, we played a couple tournaments together.
Yeah, we've got to play together a
I
lot.
love the Athens crew. We have such good friendships stretching far and wide
Yeah.
through disc golf, huh?
Yeah, it's been nice, honestly. Like it wasn't like I won't use the word burnout, but it was like because I was on the road grind, like playing shows and stuff, pretty aggressively. You know, playing a couple hundred shows at least a year there for a couple years, and like just wasn't. I know now that I wasn't putting the energy into the right places. I was focusing, maybe on the wrong things and not doing what I needed to do. Learning.
You're young, making your own mistakes, man.
It's all stepping stones.
Yeah.
So every lesson,
staying humble the whole way.
That's when disc golf really worked for me. It was just like I needed some other outlet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got into it because I liked it, but I stayed into it not because it has nothing to do, like you're talking earlier, it has nothing to do with disc golf. It's like if everyone's gonna go camp out here and throw some discs or play some glow, I'm gonna come,
Yeah.
And it's like less about playing and more about the community.
It's a friend group that I would have never found being,
any other way.
From my background, whatever.
Yeah.
I would have never found.
You
the
get
friends that I
people from
have.
all walks, like you know, in all ages. And I mean, like, and to me, I still think I'm 24.
Me too, man.
You know, like, and I forget
close.
that, like, I always think me and Marshall are like the same age. And I was watching this podcast this morning. It was like, he's like, I'm 24. I'm like, I'm 6 years older than you, like, you little rascal. Like, man, like,
Right.
but yeah, like, you know, yeah, it's nice. You meet all sorts of people. I like to say real quick that I'm still the reigning West Virginia state doubles champion since I was in the tournament last year.
Nice. Heck yeah. I always tell people that, like, if you feel like you don't have enough friends, be a disc golfer.
Yeah, man.
Guaranteed, you're gonna have more friends than you can ever need. Guaranteed. Unless you're just a jerk, and then maybe not.
And do that unless you have really bad self-control, and then because if you do, you just get fired from your job because you're just go play disc golf every day and quit doing other stuff. Like,
yeah. Well, there was definitely a time when I almost did that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of not really in between jobs, but
Yeah.
trying to figure out the next step. And it was real close to just saying, "Oh, I'm going on the road and disc golfing."
Man,
you know,
that's good at times. You know what I mean? Because like that's what I was telling Jim. Was like, I needed a break from not like from music. I just needed a break from the road. It was like, man, I just want something else other than this. And like I kind of like doing that then, and especially then last year when I turned into like playing almost full time.
Yeah.
You know, that was nice. Like, oh, I've had to go off music now. It's like, I want it back now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready now. I'm itching and got that fire again. So it's good.
I bet just about every performer right now is just itching to get out there.
I'd say we're all pioneers.
I know that like all the comedians I listen to are dying to get out there.
It's weird. Like, I mean, it was definitely. I've told a few people this, and I was like, it probably sounds selfish. I was like, but I don't care. I guess it's like, I don't know another industry that got hit harder and weirder than like, and I'll say most of the entertainment industry, but like movies and shows and stuff like that still kept happening. But like, music industry got wrecked, man. Like there's
comedians too.
Yeah, like that type of thing, like
performers.
Yeah, basically. Performers. Yeah, like because
you need an audience.
Yeah, you have to have an audience, and like I did some live streams for a while, man, and like I built this new live stream setup and stuff, and honestly I didn't even hardly use it because it's just not my thing. It's like if I'm gonna play at home alone, I'm gonna do it. And it's for me, like I sing for me, like I love singing for people and for a crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's because of the energy that we can feed off each other. It's like otherwise, like I'm just gonna stay at home and sing because I like to sing and I want to play songs, you know.
That's what I hear from a lot of the different types of performers is that that's what they need, that energy. Yeah. You know, I'm huge on energy, man. That's all I feel, read off
and stuff
of
like that for that reason. Because like I can't get a good studio performance, in my opinion, unless we Facebook Live it or something. And like that's why all the time, like
that makes sense.
I'll Facebook Live while I'm in a session.
Yeah.
And then we'll use the first take, because I'm not gonna mess up on live. You know, it's like you put me live out there. It's like
do it.
I'll get it. Yeah, exactly. It puts a little bit of pressure or some weight on it.
Yeah,
and if it twangs, you just go that way, right? If
you write it. You know what I mean?
If
it's
it
like
moves, it flows. And
and it makes every performance different that way too. Like especially like the way I play with those pedals. Like the people that I have had play with me and pair up with my loop setup, it takes a caliber musician to be able to do that a bit, just for the fact that like we don't, you know, like we might do this 20 times in a row this time, you might only do it one time the next time, and it's like it's good and bad about that, to where it's like, hey, like it's going to be whatever it needs to be for the performance, and the performance is going to come first, and whatever that time and moment needs, you're going to have to be ready to follow, you know. And it's like I know like my buddies like Aaron Lurk, we call him, the guy who played with me most of the time, he's in a bunch of my duo videos, and we have a full setup with all the keyboards, and he'd play bass and guitar and a bunch of other stuff on it. And I like looking back after the years, like it's like that had to have been absolute hell and a nightmare for those guys playing with me, man, because like the whole time they're just like, I don't know what he's gonna do.
Trying to follow along,
and you start to like you build, you know, you can read people's energy, and you can tell like, hey, I think we're about to do this, and like there, you know, that always happens. Like we lived together for a while and played together for years, we gelled, but it's always the more you learn, man, you know, every year, it's like another lesson.
No bad.
Another day, another dollar, another
I feel like this is all good information. I mean, I would imagine there's a whole bunch of musicians out there that have just never recorded or never stepped out there and, you know, tried to do anything. And I think it's important for people to see all different types doing it, so they feel a little safer to going out there and doing
Both
it.
of my daughters play multiple instruments.
And I know at least one of them sings amazingly.
I would love to just push them toward where you are right now. I show them your work and things, but they don't realize what a gift music is. They can both play guitar, violin, piano.
They'll recognize it or they'll appreciate it more. I think it's like one of those things that comes with time with anything else. Like,
you almost have to be out of high school too, because I feel like if you go to church and you're in high school, you see so many other musicians, and you're thinking like, oh, well, I'm just one of 1,000, a million or whatever. Yeah. When you step out into the real world, you realize, no, I'm like one of a couple of hundred.
And you're touring too. You're putting in work.
Yeah. We're just started booking up the calendar for tours and everything again right now. I got the Google Docs officially been made, and got quite a few dates down. So
sweet.
It starts tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow. Yeah. The season starts. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably gonna live stream it realistically. I'll probably be in the camera and stuff so people will watch it. Just
I'll try to watch for sure.
It'll be filmed at least, because like I tape all my sets anyway.
Nice.
You know, and Donald Glover says something about this. Who's Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
Yep.
I think it's in his stand-up set Weirdo that he has. He talks about, he's like, like musicians are like the only people who can't take pride in their own work. Like if a painter hangs their own painting on the wall, like no one's gonna say anything.
Right.
But it's like I listen to myself, but a football player watches film, and a good athlete watches. Like you have to, and so like I watch every set. Like if I play a show and it's not recorded, I can't sleep at night usually until like I watch it, just to at least have peace of mind. It's like, all right, like this one part, like this guitar was out of like earlier, like the first song, like my guitar was really out of tune, and the whole time I was like, you should just stop and probably tune. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's chill,
Sounded good.
But like those type of things to where I'll go back and be like, all right, here's this new song. This doesn't work. This was really cool. I made that part up on the spot. We need to put that in the song now. And it's like, but I watch this stuff and people are like, you just listen to yourself? Like, it's like, oh yeah.
Over
like,
and over and over again.
A sandwich artist, like someone comes home from, I think this is what he says, and he's like, if someone comes home from Subway and makes a sandwich, you work at Subway all day, you come home and make a sandwich, I'm not going to like dog you, like, oh man, like, you're just the best sandwich artist in the whole world, got to make yourself a sandwich, right? Like, you're just the best. It's like, no one else gets like that. No other industry.
Well, how do you get better?
For taking, exactly. But,
like for instance, Jim and I have been, filming disc golf rounds.
Yeah.
The only way I've gotten better is by watching those rounds.
Dude, absolutely.
To see what I shot.
Yeah, because you can't
I don't know what I shot.
Yourself from a third
Right.
person or a different perspective. Yeah,
that's right.
And if you're trying to watch yourself, you're not going to throw it.
We've shot so many rounds, and I just give him the tape, and I'm like, just watch.
Yeah.
Just watch what happens and
take
study.
notes. Yeah.
It's the biggest reason I've gotten better. I know it's the biggest reason he's gotten better.
Yeah.
You can see.
Marshall just put
you
out a
can't
video
fix
the other
something
day, and he was
if you don't know that you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like.
That's so true. I've told a ton of disc golfers too. You'll never get better until you film yourself.
Yeah.
You just won't.
Well,
you don't
won't
see what you're
problem
doing.
Areas. Yeah. Because like
you feel what you're doing, but it's not the same as seeing it.
Well, and it's like if you're trying to fix something, especially like, say you're trying to learn hyzer flips up, trying to implement something, and you might think that you're doing it right, but you're gonna practice wrong for months and months and months, and then create some new bad habit. Versus like, oh hey, my weight's not actually up over my toes or like this.
Right.
And like, that was one of the biggest things that helped me was, I mean, you know how I play. I throw everything on hyzer.
Yeah.
Like, I do not throw. I don't throw anything else really. I throw everything on hyzer. And it came out of necessity because I knew that my issue was when I try to throw flat, it might come off a little Annie, might come off a little hyzer.
Right.
So just to eliminate that problem completely, I throw everything on hyzer.
Yeah.
I bag a lot of understable stuff. I bag a lot of really overstable stuff. So like, and some neutral stuff. But everything I throw comes out on hyzer and flips up and goes left, or flips up and goes straight, flips up and goes right. Yeah, it's really like, I realized that was the problem I had to fix, and the best way to fix it was to
consistency.
Try and nix it, negate it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Now the problem is, I have to work on I have the anti putters and toss shots down just from frisbee and just tossing disc, but Dan Jones is the opposite of me, where he throws everything on Anheuser.
Yeah.
And Marshall talked about that too. It's everything he throws is that way.
Yeah.
But he's so accurate with it, and it works.
Because he's thrown it
that way forever.
Yeah.
And he can make the disc move left and right and do whatever he needs.
Because he's throwing on hyzer and
he's
letting
right.
Well,
but
but because of that, because he always throws like that, he's not messing with 2 or 3 other variables.
Right.
And it's like he picks his discs based off the way he throws, and that was like one of the big changes for me. It was like, all right, here's how I throw.
Yeah.
Here's the threshold of power that I have.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing to teach a beginner is like, let the disc do the work and quit trying to work the disc. It's so hard to teach.
Go stand
it's like
still and throw putters only.
Thousands of choices.
Right. All
there's
you're responsible
weights
for
and
is the speed and the angle of release. Let the disc do the rest.
Yeah, I've been trying to work with Justin and Jacob, and just trying to get them a little better, help them out however I can, and that's probably the biggest thing I tell Jacob is slow down. But then the second thing is, like, I told him yesterday or Tuesday, I told him, if I see you pick up that beast and throw it into a headwind one more time, I'm going to beat you over the head with it, I swear. Because every time I say, it's such a wrong disc for that, thing. And he just doesn't know his disc well enough because he hasn't gone out into the field.
Yeah, dude.
So I drug him out into the field. I think it was actually Monday I drug him out.
Those are things that caddy helps, too, where it's like, someone just don't know, like, hey, like, you're making really bad golf. You're just making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you have the shots to do a lot of stuff, but just make a good decision.
Yeah.
And that's
I wish I had that guy standing behind me all the time.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to, Jim.
Don't go for it.
I even know all your discs.
I don't know. I like you going for it, though, because it works one of two ways. Either
put you ahead.
Well, not necessarily. I was gonna say it's either like if you're
We're always
on
in the same division.
Yeah.
If you're on, then Jim doesn't miss from like 50 or 60 feet, and it's one of the most exciting, happy rounds ever because I love watching people play well. Yeah. But if you're running them and you're not playing well, then it's the same with like anybody. It's like
I'm not upset about it,
but I'd rather watch people like
I'm going for it.
Yeah, if I'm especially like club tournaments, stuff like that. I got a rating. I got nothing I got to worry about.
All those shots that we played with James Conrad, I was going for it.
Oh, everything. For sure.
I think the first 3 throws I hit trees like within 20 feet of myself, but that 5th one was magic.
Yeah, well, you got to. I mean, there's no reason not to. Especially with a time like that, there's not to go for it. I'd say hopefully this year we do another. Did you all got to see the video from? Can you pull that up on YouTube?
From the lake.
The Land is OB is what it's called.
Yeah, that's a great video. That looked like I didn't get to go, but
so we're gonna do that again this year.
That'd be so much fun.
I don't know whether it'll probably like closed dish club type event because I don't think we'll be able to. Either otherwise we'd have to schedule and rent the whole lake out just about rent everything. But we'll do it. It'll definitely be done again, and that was just for anyone who didn't see this. That's James Conrad at that point in time was the current world champion.
Yeah.
Or the current USDGC champion. Sorry.
Right.
But,
wish I could have been there.
That's I think I did 3 of those front flips and back flips in a row, and then the first one he filmed, I went straight back smacker right to my sunburn.
Oh man!
You guys put out a floating basket.
Those are great.
Floating baskets. And
you played from wakeboards.
Yeah.
Everybody got the same throw.
Yeah. Within reason, like the RIP Curry there. It was a great idea. It worked really well. We put counterweights at the bottom and inner tubes those.
Move each hole. The next hole will be over here.
Yeah, but you definitely usually want to be the first one to throw, because by the time everything seemed to drift farther apart. Right. So like, if you were the last one to tee off after 6 or 7 people, you might be throwing 100 feet farther, man. By the time the tee pad moved away.
All discs that floated in the water.
Yeah. Dan actually broke his nose at some point in time around here. You can tell the difference because Dan goes from not wearing a life jacket to wearing a life jacket, and it was right after he slid on one of the paddle boards, what they're called, and caught his bridge of his nose right on it. And I think the glasses are actually like the way that it hit is what ended up doing it. But,
yeah, glasses do more damage than.
We'll be doing this again. It was honestly, I don't know if I thought it was gonna be easy to stand on those things and throw.
I like that idea. That looked pretty good.
It was not as easy as I thought. Like, because when you plant,
your
counterweight, so like, and those are some like 140 gram discs. They have so much stability. Some of those, like, there's a couple Blizzard Bosses and Blizzard Wraiths that we were throwing that were still.
I have a Blizzard Boss. It's like 141. It's super stable. Yeah.
Now, if you get any wind, Dan has broke his nose by that point in time.
James.
Oh, wow. That's a good throw. Another good one.
Good job, James.
Yeah, you can tell who's the touring pro.
Yeah.
Everyone.
That was a pretty shot. Oh, jeez.
I'd like to think that we eventually got someone catching one on camera.
Oh.
Big whiff by me
That's
there.
awesome right there.
Yeah, but we'll have to have you guys out for
Woo,
that. That'll be
understable.
yeah. Marshall ripping on probably a wahoo or something.
John and
there,
Brittany got to
something.
go that
Yeah,
day.
that
That's
was fun.
awesome.
I didn't even know.
Nice.
I didn't know they were coming at all, and I was on the boat. I was like
There's
backing out
Dallas.
the
DuckTales.
the old pontoon boat, and we had put all the paddle boards and everything on. I saw these two people like running, jumping on this other boat, and was like, "Hey, like we got this boat reserved. You guys can't come on here, sorry." And then
Yeah.
turned around, it was John and Brittany.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you're who has the boat reserved? That's amazing." You know?
Oh, you guys paid for it.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah, they
hilarious.
had their own boat too. It was nice, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That was a
Yeah.
good day.
That looked like a great day. I definitely look forward to the next one. Trying to make it out there. I might just call off work on that day.
Yeah. It's
I would.
one
if
of
I
those
would've
where
known.
you-
That's what I did on
Yeah.
for
when
Hippo.
James
Yeah.
Conrad came
Yeah,
out.
I did
I'm
too.
like, Justin did too. He's
I
like,
actually
I'm
canceled
out.
2 patients.
Yeah.
I hope they don't know who they are.
Oh yeah.
Let's not
That's
name a
one
date.
of those days where it was like we were out there so long. Like I don't burn really
Yeah,
at
I
all.
do.
And,
I do so bad.
I was red. I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
looking about like the.
We were
animals,
out there
man,
that pretty long time. I just guess I didn't even pay attention, man. I was
Yeah.
having so much fun that day. I didn't even notice
That
we were out
day
there
was
that long.
awesome too. I have a picture of Josh and Morgan were out there, Alan,
Yeah.
and their kids were out there, and
Yeah.
James their kids were picking up these like
Oh, it was giant leaves.
the
Yeah.
biggest like a leaf like this big or something.
Yeah.
It was like a maple leaf double my head, and he was
Wow.
holding it, and that was such a
That's
cool
too
picture. It
cool.
was James
Yeah.
sitting there talking about leaves with Josh and Morgan's kids. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite days in the last couple of years for sure.
Yeah, glad to see him.
These people.
Yep. Yeah, glad to see him doing well after that transition
Switch,
to
yeah.
MVP,
People.
man. Yeah.
Oh, he's crushing those MVPs. He's about to figure out those putts too. Like he's got his putter starting to dial in. Can't wait to see
That's old
that.
Bernie. Yeah, that was James's
Nice.
last day in town, I think. There at Casa.
That's cool.
It's quite around. There's the kids.
It was.
Yeah, that's a big throwback there.
I was to say, yeah.
That
That's
was a
just
young
that was in the-
blender. Look at all of
Oh
was in
wow, that's Blender.
that one is James, yeah,
Oh.
and that's
Oh my goodness,
yeah, and that's
he
his
is
other
so
son
young
there.
right there.
Rob, old Rob.
Rob, jeez, that's Rob.
Yeah.
That is so funny. That's got to be at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, look.
Maybe more.
Look at that. Is that a natty light cam? Like, look at what it looks like. If that's
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's a long time ago.
that's too funny.
Yeah, time flies, man. It doesn't feel like it's been like.
No, I feel like I missed last year. Every time I tell somebody like
Yeah.
last year I blah blah blah, I'm like no,
Well,
actually
only
2
had-
years
Yeah,
ago.
we only had one club tournament.
Yeah.
Realistic. I mean, we had
Yeah,
as far as point series go, we had Cedar Lake
Yeah.
Splash,
yeah.
which we just had last weekend. Then everything else was
Yeah.
canceled. So then we got to do some stuff later in the year, but not being able to camp at Fort Hood Run too. Really, was
Yeah.
like,
That was a bummer.
yeah, man, that really.
Didn't stop us.
No, I know a couple of guys that just randomly slept in their trucks there.
Might have.
I know
Found
a
alternative
guy
places
I know a guy out there
to
who
stay.
rented 2 camp spots,
Oh yeah.
and then someone's like, "Hey, we're going to drive to this place. It's like 8 minutes away."
I remember that.
Yeah.
8 minutes. I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm going
dude,
to bed.
like 40 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we get out there
I drove
to
out
his
there
brother's house.
before we started that day. I drove out there and I was like, "There's no way I'm driving back out here." That's why
Oh, jeez.
we found
We
Smart
can't,
man.
man.
James and I found an alternative spot,
Man.
which
Yeah.
was your,
Yeah.
was your campsite.
Well, dude, the problem with that was like, I wasn't gonna let him down. He was, no one else wanted. So I was like, whatever, man, I'll go out there with you. And we go out, but the roads were so crazy. There's all these little turns.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
follow right on someone's rear end to be able to
Yeah.
see where they're going.
Right.
But there was so much dust being thrown up by like a 6-car caravan going out there that
right.
wow.
we were all almost getting lost. It was
Right.
like you could barely get behind the dust enough to still see taillights to see where anyone was going.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
wow. Yeah.
And I was just riding Dan, man, just like sitting there. He's like,
But
That's too
hopefully
funny.
the family campground, group campground, will be open again this year.
it will not, sadly.
I know.
No, it's not. Huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, state according to the state, ODNR says that all group sites and reservable places like that are closed indefinitely still for 2019. So,
but you can still do what we did: rent a thing and then just go park
that's
5 cars up there.
Dan talked about too. Like we're gonna go out there. We need to get out there for a casual round. Get everyone out there, and then go up on the hill, and document because you can look online and see where the spots are, but you can't tell what they are.
Right.
We need to go through and be like, hey, 112 through 118 we can get, and if we can't get 4 of those together, then we go 151 through 154 or something. You know what I mean? To where we know hey, if this isn't there, then and just whoever ends up booking book 4 of them. They're cheap enough.
Right.
And you can park
and
8 cars in there.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And to where, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, whoever's running the tournament should really do that for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
But,
yeah. Worst case scenario,
one of us
we'll get her
will
done.
do that.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that the last time because I ended up parking in that spot.
Well, yeah, man.
Or adjacent too.
Joel gave us the hookup last time too. The last time that we actually camped up there. After that, he threw in and gave us some extra parking passes and everything too. So then we were able to park, all around there.
Yeah.
That was nice. We just drove up the hill, pulled in the spot. I sleep in the car with the mattress
me
and
too.
stuff. I mean, we were up the next morning pretty early and out.
Yeah, I'm doing a little build out in my Subi right now for building a little sleeper in there.
Nice.
James is upgrading vehicles. He's gonna figure out if he can actually sleep in this next one.
I was kind of getting tired of that little tiny car.
If it wasn't such a pain, I'll be living in the camper most of summer down there on the river, and because I'm not gonna be home. I'll be home for a week and maybe not home for a month. You know what I mean? To where I'm not gonna deal with the place. But if it wasn't such a pain to unhook that thing up from all the full-time hookups and blocks and all that, and I would just pull that thing forward around every time we go out there and play. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't need that though. I mean, but your car, is it big enough to store all your gear in?
I mean, I got my roof rack, and all that stuff on there with my box and stuff. It'd be fine for stuff like that. It was more so, I don't know if it'll be a permanent thing. I mean, I love my hammocks, and I've camped in those for the last decade or so, pretty much primarily. But playing tournaments and camping with Dan and stuff a bunch, I got back into just tarp camping and stuff, and it was like, man, it'd be nice. Honestly, for me, it's more so just that way when I'm on the road, on tour, there's a reason I tour solo most of the time, and there's a reason that I like sleeping in my car. It's because I'm one of the few musicians who has profited from every tour he's ever done. Right. You know what I mean? And so you just learn where to cut costs and learn where to do what you can. But
if you're making money but not spending any money.
Yeah, that's what it really comes down.
Well, it's totally fine too. Like with gym memberships and Wi-Fi and cell phones.
That and state parks, and most of the time, I'm not doing I'm not gonna sleep in my car. And I lived the camper van life for a while, and we were on the road, and so skiing full time and stuff. And I lived in Colorado, and I would do that again. But I'm not gonna live full time out of the Subi or anything like that. But it's just to be able to stop at a state park, stay a night or two, go stay at a friend, because I got enough friends around most cities where I'm going to, and acquaintances where I can usually crash for a night or so if I need to, but just if you don't want to have to, it's hey, I'm just gonna crash here, and I can.
Yeah.
And I'm too old. I'm saying I'm too old, but I'm too old.
We're over our 40s.
Okay, legit. My body has had too many injuries and too many wrecks and too many things to be able to sleep in a driver's seat anymore.
No, I'm right with you on that one.
If I have to do that and then I have to work or play or drive to a show the next day, you're not getting the best me.
No, if I sleep in the front seat, I'm going home and then I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Because I'm got to heal from that.
For sure.
For sure. Definitely no rounds after sleeping in the car seat or the front seat.
You can call me short all you want to, but I fit in
everything. I know.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fair.
Well, Travis, there's one of the last times that the last tournaments that we got to use group camp and everything, he slept, he usually sleeps in the bed, but he slept in the cab.
Oh
yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
Just ended up, that's where he made it to. Right?
Yeah.
Didn't end up sleeping. When I woke up, he told me Anderson was hey man, just wake me up in the morning if y'all cook a $3 if y'all cooking breakfast. We're frying up eggs and everything.
Yeah.
They open the back of that thing, looking for him. It's
he's curled up.
I don't know where he is, man. He's not even in his truck, and then he crawls out of the cab of that taco, man.
Yeah.
It's dude, I can't fit across the bench seat in that.
No.
Right? And you have 5 inches on me.
Yeah, he had to have been a 90-degree.
Oh, dude, but
angle.
It hard. It couldn't have been good. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about with my new little truck, I could just put one of those backseat mattresses in there that has the little thing that fits in the floorboard or whatever to level it out. And then I like got back there and was like, yeah, literally from my head to my
You
butt
would be
is in the
broke.
back seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm definitely 90 degrees. I was like, that's not comfortable.
You would be broke.
I gotta get a camper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get like
yeah.
a topper for it
You
probably.
can
Now
Suburban, man.
topper
Yeah.
style.
You
That's
could lay down in the back.
that's the
of that
way to
thing.
go.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that has had the rooftop tents, and like I've used those a few times, and it's not, I don't know, that's not my way of
I
going
think the
about
hammock
it.
would be so much quicker and easier to put up and take down.
Well, and
you could drive
I
away
use
from
it
your hammock.
year round
Yeah.
too. Like it's like I camped. I think the coldest I ever camped in a hammock was -14 or
I
something
don't
like
like
that.
having
Oh
something
my
attached
God.
to my car.
Yeah.
I either want to be living in the car where it can just drive away
Yes.
without
Yeah.
being attached to something, or I want it to be detached from the car. So
Well, that's the whole reason I just completely did away with my, like I had one of the car, like the awnings
Yeah.
for the car, and like as soon as you get there, what happens if you want to go do something, or like, hey, I'm gonna go mountain bike here, want to take the car there? It's like you're tearing the thing down every time. Where it's
Right.
like I'll just take my Ridgeline tarp set up, and I end up
Yeah.
finally, I got some of the telescoping tarp
Nice.
poles now
Yeah.
too that go down to where it's like
Yeah.
that's enough. Make quick sunshade and
if
water
you
shade.
know how to run ropes, you can put a tarp
Yeah.
in a couple of trees and
Oh, yeah.
be just as well as it attached to the side of your.
And I sleep better in a hammock than I do in a bed. You're like, I can't sleep my back in a bed.
Yeah.
The only way I'll sleep my back is in a hammock.
Yeah, I don't even know. I've never
Yeah.
tried to sleep in a hammock.
I mean, you are.
I've fallen asleep
you've
in
ca-
one,
you-
but never
you've
tried.
carried me to a hammock. Before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Had help take off my shoes and
Yeah.
get in there. I was.
I got you,
I was
man.
super tired. I was,
It's
yeah.
midnight.
hadn't slept in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I was trying to. Usually, I'm the first one up, last one to sleep,
Yeah.
and I couldn't hang that night.
Man, that was the longest night ever,
Yeah.
dude. That night went on
That night-
forever.
That night got me.
Yeah. That
Hey,
was
hang
one
on,
long
real
night.
quick. Since it's the three of us that are here, has the
Yeah.
story of Antler Man ever been
No.
mentioned on this
No.
podcast?
This is-
all right, here we go.
This is confirmation
This is
Holy
it.
of the
moly.
Budweiser jumpsuit.
I forgot all about it.
One of
Common
Man.
folklore tells that
Yeah.
in the woods surrounding
Oh.
Athens,
That
Ohio,
was great.
that there's a man,
Searching for
myth
antlers.
in the legend,
Yeah.
wearing a Budweiser jumpsuit.
Oh man,
He
that's
wa-
so
he
funny
walked-
because I didn't even notice the jumpsuit. He was so
Oh,
weird. I didn't
man.
even see what he was wearing, man.
It was a black jumpsuit that
Oh,
had
wow.
a red and white Budweiser
Yeah,
symbol
like
on
Dickie
it.
style, like
There was
Yeah.
like
jumps,
a red
coveralls.
stripe,
Yeah.
like a red stripe down the sleeve, down the pants, like all the way down. He had the full suit.
Come to
So,
find out, he like works for like a NASCAR or
And the back,
something.
the back of it was
Yeah.
like white leather Budweiser.
Wow.
so
And he had a
for
set of antlers.
listeners,
Yeah, so I
yeah.
remember that.
we're at this, what is basically, we're at a private disc golf course at a private event,
tournament.
and get together, camp out afterwards. We do not have any music playing at this point in time.
No.
Specifically.
We played a glow round,
Yeah.
and then afterwards we had a fire.
Yeah,
you
when we know we're sitting in Shoulder House, and I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
me and Jim are near
Yeah.
each other, and this
all,
guy just
all
appears
familiar faces, all
Yeah.
people you know.
inside the
standing
Shoulder
around
House
you.
with the lights on. You look out the
Yeah.
Shoulder House; it's so dark, it's instant like pitch black. You can't see 10 feet outside the Shoulder House.
No.
And then this guy just appears, holding a rack, like separated deer antlers,
Yeah.
like Wolverine style almost, just like holding these things. And if I've ever seen someone that I thought was up to no good and was on something,
Yeah.
and someone who's not supposed to be there, it was that moment. And I didn't really know what to do. I was not in a position to be trying to talk my way out of that. And I have not felt fear. I don't know if I'll call it fear, but like just,
Alertness.
we'll call it fear because it's
Yeah.
not like, something to be
Yeah.
even upset. It's not like, I don't feel
I
bad
think
for,
I
for
was,
being scared. It was
I
like,
spoke to him first.
that's a
and
natural
you-
reaction. Like when something's wrong, nature's like, hey, pay attention. You're about to get
Yes.
stabbed by this
That
guy.
was exactly what that was.
And
So let me say my part real quick. So when he walked up on you guys, I was off in the distance.
yeah.
And I don't know, I felt the energy
Yeah.
of him coming.
It was-
like
it was immediate,
It
yeah.
was. It was like
Yeah.
this energy of there's something strange here.
Yeah.
I turned around and saw both of you with the weirdest looks on your face, looking at that guy. I realized he was not part of our group and
Yeah.
immediately walked over.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, this is where I need. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
for
need to come
sure.
over here and
I've
mediate
never been
this.
that
you
happy
know?
to see you my entire
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
like legitimately. Like I've
Yeah,
never
he
been
was
sad
scary.
to see you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like I've never
Uh-huh.
like
back up on.
yeah, and just
Code
like 'cause
Red
in your deep voice and like
Budweiser jumpsuit.
your
Oh, I
tall
use
presence,
that.
like it
Yes,
was
I
enough
use
that.
that.
And for anyone listening, too, you got to imagine like you're in the middle of the woods, miles away from anybody,
Yeah.
on private property.
Yeah, cops aren't coming
acres
for
and acres and
an
acres
hour.
of private property, and you know,
It was like an uncut, unshaven.
disheveled. Looked like he had.
Meth
You know,
teeth.
Yeah, that's
kinda.
the word,
Yes.
that's the only word I can describe. It's like someone who just lost.
He said
lost the
he
battle.
said his people had property around there.
Yeah.
That was, where are you from? My people have property around here.
Yeah.
Like,
Some random area around there,
but
apparently.
he named
over the hill.
he named
Yeah,
all,
named
the,
all the
roads.
neighbors. Yeah, the roads. And
So I was talking to him, and Dallas comes right up, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Who are you?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?" That was
Yeah,
crazy. 2:00 in the morning.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, you came up, and then
I got an ace that night.
before we knew it,
Nice.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, he
that was
did.
my ace night.
Yeah.
Which hole did you get?
On the glow, yeah.
Hole one.
You got it off the porch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all. I remember that. Yeah.
But anyway, Budweiser jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Deer antler.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, and then he was just gone, and
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
we-
it was.
We're
Yeah.
telling people about this,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
everyone
I'm like,
thinks
I'm
that
gonna
we're
go
just
sleep in my
bullshit.
car, and
Yeah.
he's gonna
Yeah.
come murder me.
Well, and it's like I think we all talked about too. Like, if you're at a music festival, that's the closest thing I can relate it to. Is like if you're at a music festival and you get a straggler,
You know,
and someone
Yeah.
just shows up, like that's to be expected. It's never wanted,
Right.
but
Right.
it's
Right.
going to happen. You go to a festival, like
Yeah.
it's going to happen. You're going to have to like talk someone down and send them on to another site.
Right.
carry them to their hammock.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're on private property, the whole reason to be on private property is so you do not have to deal with
Yes.
random people walking into your campsite all messed
The whole
up. Yeah.
purpose, absolutely.
And I was shook, man. Like
Yeah.
I had not been that.
Well, the funniest
hard
part I
in a
thought
long
was
time.
that so many people didn't actually see him.
Yeah.
And no one believed
And
it.
I know, and they didn't believe it. And then I was
We're
just thinking,
telling Jared
like,
about
are
it the
you
next day. It's
aware
like,
of
hey,
what's
you need
going
to
on
call-
around
You
you?
need to call
Yeah.
the neighbors and call the property owners and let them know this person was here. And they're like, oh, Antler, man. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, like if you can see like the way my heart got racing just
Yeah.
talking about it for some reason.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
That's too funny.
everyone else is camping cars. People camped over here, and I got my hammock on the edge of the woods. And the last place anyone saw me, like he walked past the fire and went back into the woods. And I was
Yeah.
like, nah, dude, I'm not
That's
sleeping
where
in
my
my
car
hammock.
was parked.
Yeah. And I ended up sleeping
Yeah.
in it like with I had my big knife on my ridgeline right here,
Yeah.
and then like my headlamp and my bear mace all in my hammock that night. Just like
Oh, I definitely locked my
this
car
guy
doors
comes-
that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was so weird.
Oh man.
That was just it's so random. Like just
that was a
walked
bonding.
up.
That was a bonding moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, that was it.
And there's like few other people.
I love you
maybe
brought that up.
Ed overalls.
Yeah.
I think that he was there as
Ed's-
well, and his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, two people. Were they by the fire when they saw it? Because there were a couple people that were by the fire that were like, did anyone else see that guy that just?
Yeah.
Because someone's like, this guy just showed up and then disappeared. And
Right.
everyone's like, oh, it's pretty. It's like, no, he's real. He was
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
real. And I
he's
saw
very
him.
real.
I felt him.
Yeah, we followed
Yeah.
him to the fire, and then he went into the woods, like where my car was parked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was not a ghost. He was
Yeah.
in full view.
that was one of those. Yeah, you look over. I remember like looking towards you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could just see the stress in my eyes. Like,
Oh, I saw it with
like
both your
I was
eyes.
sending out
Yes.
like whatever the opposite of the bat signal, or I guess the bat signal.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like friends, we need help. We need as many people over
Right.
here.
Who's in charge here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I walked over and immediately used my deepest voice possible,
Yeah.
you know, just to be as, you know, big as I could. Because I was like, this guy's weird. Like, I need to, you know, like stand here and look super big. Maybe I'll scare him off with my voice. And yeah, I just walked over and was like,
And then
hey,
saw,
how's
and
it
then you saw
going?
the antlers. And you're
Yeah.
Like, what have I gotten myself into?
Well, you know those little like they're not like mini montages in an action movie or something where like the spy like sees, he assesses the situation, like sees the knife and it's like knife. Juggling, like he breaks down everything and like,
Yeah.
that was happening in my head. I'm like, all right, and it's like if he stabs you, you go this way. Like if he starts to do that, hit him in a disc with a neck. Like you got a bunch of
Jim's
discs.
gonna
Like
grab his head.
yeah, like all right, yeah, like I'm just going thumbs to the eyes. Like your discs are your best friend right now. Just throw them out as fast as you can.
Right.
Like, rapid fire windmill on
Antlers.
disc. Like,
Tomahawk.
yeah,
Tomahawk. Scooter.
forehand. Yeah, roller.
Oh, we got to make a video like that.
Yeah, man.
That sounds hilarious.
Get the guy from the old Judy chop.
The disc golf ninja.
Turbo.
His ninja stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. My face hurts. I'm laughing
That's
hard.
funny. Yeah, man.
Well, I feel like
Good times, yeah.
we've been doing this a long time. I have a feeling people are gonna stop listening at some point. Well,
Well,
do you feel like playing one more song? on
Yeah,
the
man.
way
I'll do
out?
another. Yeah, I'll do one to send it off. This
All
next
right.
one, I think it's what I'm gonna play. At least it's the last song off of off this full-length album with the band and everything that we're releasing. And
talk about it for a minute. Let me take a break.
Great to see you tonight, Dallas. Thanks for coming, man.
Sure.
Thanks for playing
Thanks
for
for
us.
having me, man.
Beautiful music.
yeah, this one actually has a. We got this huge drum circle for this song, so like the album is eclectic, I guess to say the least. It kind of has a bit of everything. The rest of the other stuff we're releasing is like, I kind of have sectioned off as like, this is an acoustic live album, this is straight to analog tape, like, but this thing with the band goes from, I mean, it jumps everywhere from that real rocky, you know, heavy distortion guitar stuff, Smile Together, like the other single stuff that I have is out, you know, to a couple like R&B love songs, some blues numbers, lap steel, country style tunes, but then it ends with this, the album basically starts and finishes kind of like rooted in guitar and rooted where all the songs were written. But yeah, this is called Love Is Not the Enemy.
I wake with the birds as they start to sing, but you don't ever hear a thing. In the whispering air there's a melody, singing love is not the enemy. Morning light on the wall starts to dance for me. Still I'm exacerbating everything. Oh, if this is real, won't I feel a sting? Singing love is not the enemy. If I fall, will we make a home? Yeah, but she's gone, will we make it on? When it's all over, will the crowd still sing? Yeah, that love is not the enemy. If I die, will you take my bones on the back of your bike so I may roam? When it's all over, will I rest in peace? Singing love is not the enemy. Hey. Close my eyes and I start to sleep, then pray that you'll be in my dreams. 'Cause when I wake it's gonna feel so free, singing love is not the enemy, and love is not the enemy. I know love is not the enemy.
Dallas Craft. Nice, man.
That was gorgeous.
Real nice.
That's
Thanks for
gorgeous.
coming and being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me, guys.
On
Yeah.
tour tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything finally starts tomorrow. Yeah, Friday's 2nd, 8 to 11. I'll be playing a lot of stuff. We'll probably play. I'll play some old stuff. I'll play a lot of new stuff. We'll play some. If you want to hear a song, come out and tell me. That's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
Show up,
Awesome.
make that live request, and I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Keep the jukebox in the crowd's favor. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good luck out there, man.
Well, sir, you have earned one of our pins.
Welcome to the Disc Golf Collective.
Yeah.
The
You're part of our.
unofficial pick up the sticks and
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
make it a
Those are
beautiful
sweet, man.
place, dude.
I have one of the massive stickers that's on my mini fridge
Yeah.
actually right
Sweet.
now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I remember
Yeah.
giving that to you. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I think we're all good.
Disc Golf
I mean,
Collective.
the
over
music
and
you
out.
played today was breathtaking.
Thank you,
At
man.
least one of the songs gave me chills.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Amazing
Your,
words.
your
Absolutely.
originals are incredible, man.
They are.
Yeah.
Keep it up
Appreciate
for
it.
sure.
Passion in it, man.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
yeah, there's-
Anything we can do to help you, I mean, I'll put you on here as often as you want to be on.
Yeah, man.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
I'm-
sound amazing
Well,
in the
thanks, man.
studio.
Yeah.
so-
Bring your
I'll be
lady
around.
friend too, man. We'll
Yeah.
record both of you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she'll be
That'd be
back.
awesome.
Not really sure exactly when. I think May 24th or something like that. I think so. Their school year ends, and I'm not exactly sure whenever we take off on mini stint tour for the East Coast and everything. But
Yeah.
all of that stuff, so all of that information and everything it's all being updated right now and still planned. But like by May, full summer tour and everything, all the schedule will be out. Tickets will be up for all that stuff.
DallasCraft.com.
Yeah, if you want any questions, DallasCraftMusic.com.
Nice.
I've been trying to get DallasCraft.com for like
Yeah.
It was a Japanese
10 or-
company.
10
I
or
tried
11.
to download it for you.
yeah.
This is
It,
this is what's there.
Yeah, so if you go to DallasCraftMusic.com, craft with a C, more hobby than cheese, as I would say. I am doing a reprint on my old CDs. I'm doing limited runs of those, and I'll have a pre-order thing up for those here soon. And we have I'm doing reprints of the last 2 models of shirts that we had, so the store and everything will be updated soon. I don't think there's anything on there right now. Oh, just the
This cool
just the
guy.
old album, yeah.
Nice artwork.
Yeah, and this is still free apparently on here. It says I never took it off sale, so instead of being $5, the album's been free for 3 years. It's never cost any money. Just keep downloading it.
Yeah.
There's been which I'm happy with
I
that.
got
I mean,
it.
there were a lot of downloads of that.
Awesome.
That was that was funny. Real quick side note on that album, there was this crazy storm like 2015. It was right before we went to Colorado in Athens, and there was so much snow on Mound Street where we lived that when they plowed the road, all of our cars got plowed in.
Oh,
Like
no.
they were parked on the street, and like
Yeah.
when they swept everything, like we couldn't move. I couldn't get out of the house for like 2 weeks, and so we just
Jeez.
wrote and recorded this album because
Yeah.
we were just like cabin fever, man. We were living in this cabin, literally couldn't go anywhere, and but yeah, it's
DallasCraft.com, music.com.
oh yeah,
All your headshots.
oh yeah, all the old ones. Yeah, it's all being updated right now too. It's just a matter of me deciding to post a new update of everything. We're doing like a rebranding of everything with the new logos and all that, and
It's always building, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
just getting it all back up there.
Mine's down more than it's up
Yeah.
because I'm always putting new stuff on there.
Well, I finally started leaving it up, and I have this is left up, and I have it back to it's on basically the old version. So like, I have the templates of the new ones, and we're just waiting with the new logos and wait till all that stuff's
Sure.
done and finalized to do this whole rebranding and everything for 2021. So
Starting anew
Yeah.
after a year off for everybody, right?
yeah, for sure, man.
It's been
yeah.
affecting you guys the most, for sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, it feels selfish to say that, but it's like it's just like, and I don't even mean that. And like, I'm very lucky, and I've been very grateful to have the extra work that I have, and I'm lucky that I had money saved, and I'm lucky that I have good people around me. But like,
Yeah, that helps for sure.
and I'm super grateful. I've been very lucky, but also it's like, shit, man, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I'm ready to get back to it. Like, I didn't realize how much of my identity was like attached to like that aspect of everything. It's just like playing music and like is more so who I am than any other part of my life. To where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just ready to get back to being
It should
Dallas.
be.
You know,
You're
yeah,
amazing
yeah,
at it.
so,
That
well, thank
should
you,
be
man.
part of it, for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, so it's gonna be exciting. Yeah.
And you're a heck
Yeah.
of a disc golfer too. I hope you heal
Yeah.
up and
Thank you.
get
Yeah,
back
I
to
April
talking.
17th. I think I'm gonna try and play hocking.
Cool.
I'll be there no matter what. if everyone wants me not to play, so
I know. We want you cooking.
Chef Boy DC again. Yeah.
Those brats were delicious.
We may. I'll probably bring the grill and stuff again. We might as well.
Sweet.
It's easy enough. Just throw them on at lunch. But
we've been recording too, man. We can put a camera in your hand and let you.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm not up to playing, that course, the thing is, like, if I'm able to make the walk, I'm playing.
Right, you're gonna throw.
I can stand still that whole course.
Right.
I can forget the whole course of the putter if need be.
Right.
But it's a matter of, if it rains the night before, I'm not playing. You know what I mean? And it's like, and if it rains the night before, I probably wouldn't want to walk and film it. I could film the bottom holes or something and film some like B-roll stuff. But like, it's just a matter of I was hoping to get back. There's a late competition, and I was trying to get back to one more rail jam and then try and get to Alaska so for the end of the year to ski. But like, I think it's just not gonna happen. I don't heal as fast as I used to. I thought I was gonna be good in 4 weeks, and it's gonna be at least 6 to 7 or something before I can get my leg and all the just too many cracks. It's like it wasn't a major break. It just splintered out kind of, and there's just a lot of fragments and stuff in there. So we're getting
inflammation in there for a long time, man.
We're getting stretched out now.
Ice.
Yeah,
well, there's also some really good supplements for bone growth as well.
Yeah, but I'm getting injections right now. And marrow and stem cell. To tell you, like, they say it's supposed to help a lot, but I don't. Ugh, man,
it's painful.
It is not. Yeah, it's not fun at all.
It's
not. It's a big old needle.
They're taking your own, stirring them out, and then re-injecting you with them.
Hip. Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough.
Yeah, that sounds so
You want
painful.
those mesenchymal ones from Mexico. That's the good ones.
Yeah, they're
They can give you an IV with 10 million cells, and it'll give you 20 years back on your life. It's amazing. But you
they might be infant cells.
No. Yeah, I mean,
No, they're verified.
No, I'm teasing.
Mesenchymal cells.
All of it's been good, really, and like the recovery's been really good, except for that part, man. Like, I feel for anybody who's ever have bone marrow transplants and stuff like that, because that is
people
not
with leukemia, man. They have to go a lot.
Yeah, my younger cousin, she was diagnosed when she was like 5 or something. She had beat it a couple times, but that's what.
But every time,
like the spinal,
bone marrow and then spinal. Bone marrow, then spinal.
Cause I feel like I broke a lot of bones. I can take pain, man, but that was just so not like anything else. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a broken bone or a throb. It's like you're not supposed to feel something. You know, you're not supposed to have stuff touch your bone. And it was like that. It was
That's crazy.
Wake you up.
I'll bet.
Well, take care of yourself out there.
Yeah.
Good luck with your music, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for having
Disc Golf Collective.
Disc Golf Collective.
Hit that music button, James.
All right. 3.
See you guys
Good night. Wait, do it again, Jim. Do it again. Dallas, I just put you back in here. Disc Golf Collective. James, say good night.